and then we'll go and say like, oh, hello there. So welcome back to the Dragon of Icespire Peak. If you were wondering what happened to the first episode, that would be the wrong encoding settings for me on my OBS. Yay! So we're gonna have to do something with that. Nonetheless, we'll do a little catch up. We last left off. The group of Marcus, Landor, and Daisy undertook the Umbrage Hill quest to try and rescue and or bring back, forgot the lady's name, Adabra something. Adabra Schnabra, and warn her about the white dragon that is now in the area. And when they got there, lo and behold, a manticore was attacking the windmill. So despite a very lengthy, persuasive conversation, they've convinced her, despite what the game says that she's not allowed to go. I say that's just whatever, we're going off the book. And so they brought all of her alchemist supplies, and they have just arrived back in the city of Phandalin. Or Phandalin, excuse me. So we'll say it's about the sunset about a half an hour ago, and you're just getting into town. And we'll just go from there.
Cool. Would we think it's an appropriate time to talk to homeboy, the town leader? This is Harbin Wester.
I think we should go talk to him now. It's not that late.
Yes, let's go talk to him.
Okie dokie.
I guess. Abra, would you like to join us? Adabra, would you like to join us?
Sure, that sounds good. So you make your way to the Town Master's Hall? Is that right? Or what are you doing? Or yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so you see it's a sturdy stone wall area with a pitched wooden roof. There's a little bell tower at the back, and you do see the job board. It does look like yeah, so it doesn't look like anybody's in the building right now, like you don't see any lights on, but you are there.
I guess he went home for the night.
I'm gonna knock on the door anyway.
Okay. You knock on the door and kind of get that sense like maybe nobody's there. You're kind of looking through and seeing. You don't see any movement. We'll say a minute goes by and you're like, I definitely think if someone knew we were here, they probably would have, did
if
their
he
thing.
went home for the night or just retired for the night, he might be at the local watering hole. We could go see if he's around, and if not, we could at least set her up with room for the night.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'm good with that.
Let's head over to the inn.
The old Stonehill Inn.
Stonehill Inn. That's what I was looking for.
Yep. So you bring all your stuff. It's only a few blocks away. Like I said, it's a very small town. You see a spot that you can, get the cart and horse situated. And definitely a little more lively than it was last time. I would say about 2/3 of the seats in the place are taken. The bar, there's seats available for seating, but it seems pretty full in that way. So what would you like to do?
I'll just go over to do I see Tublin?
Yes, Toblin is tending bar.
All right. So I'll walk over, and then when there's an appropriate time, like I don't know if he's in the middle of helping someone, I don't want to.
So he's kind of at the bar, and it looks like he's just chatting with someone, and then he kind of just turns and goes, and he kind of walks over and he goes, Sir Marcus, how are you doing? And he kind of, actually you look and there's like 4 seats, but like one person's kind of in the middle, and he just says, he's like, move over, like, he's like, make room for everybody.
And
they're like,
Dublin,
oh,
my
okay.
good man. We're doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing fine. It looks like we haven't seen Adabra here in quite some time.
Yes, well, there was a bit of a manticore problem in her area, so we decided it best to bring her with us. We're hoping to talk to Harbin Wester.
He just kind of smiles. He goes, yeah, I bet you are. He doesn't come out of his house much. He's a bit of a squirrely fellow. You can probably find him at his house if you need to talk to him.
Is he the person to talk to return on? We found this on the job board. That's why we went and got her.
Right. Yes. I would follow the directions on whatever it says. It probably says to see him. I would imagine if he put some kind of a prize.
Right. Well.
Do you need a place to stay for
that.
the evening?
Do we need a place to stay for the evening? Would you guys like to stay here?
I don't think it would be better than camping outside for sure.
Sure, we would gladly take residence here for the evening. I would like to speak to Harbin first, but would you also be able to provide housing for Adabra?
Yeah, we have vacancies right now. If you'd like, it'd be five silver piece per person, per bed that you'd like.
Now, would you like me to perform in your common room to possibly pay for our night?
He kind of just looks at you for a second, and I guess at this point he sees a little like loot thing kind of sticking out, and he just goes, you play, I guess, huh? I mean, most
definitely.
We could certainly use some entertainment.
All right. Well, do you want me to put? Should I play now, or do we need to go run a couple errands first and then come back?
I would leave that up to you. As far as I don't know what kind of timing you have. But yeah, whenever you'd like to play is great.
All right, we'll be back in just a little bit, and when I come back, I'll provide some quality entertainment.
Sure, that sounds great. Looking forward to it.
So the place that we went to go knock on the door, was that where Western he lives, or is that just like the
town hall?
That was a town hall.
Okay. So Mr. Stonehill, can you perhaps direct us in the direction of where Mr. Western lives, where his abode is?
Oh yes, it's just a few blocks down, and he describes the building to you. It's very simple directions. It's like once you're looking at this, you go down 2 blocks and make a left. It's the 3rd house. It's pretty simple.
Okay, so
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
He tells you how to get there.
I'm just...
And he says that there's candy waiting for you. Product placement. Nailed it.
all right, so why don't we get Adabra set up in her room? But I think we need to take her with us as proof that she's okay. But we don't need to lug all her stuff around.
He goes, if you need to leave your horse and cart out there, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Okay, great. If you guys have no
Which he
objections,
magically knows because I'm the DM.
We do have a horse and cart. Good intuition. So unless you guys have any reason for us to stay any longer, we should head over there to settle the business.
Yeah, let's head over there.
I'll get your rooms ready while you're doing your business. That's fine.
Thank you.
Talk to Harbin.
All right, so you exit the Stonehill Inn. You follow the directions, and within a 10-minute walk, You find the house described. It looks like there is a nice little townhouse, and there's a light coming from the second story on one of the windows up there.
I'll walk up to the door and give it a good knock.
All right. You guys see like a little bit of a squirrely look coming out the second floor window. Kind of goes.
I'm just gonna wave.
And he has hit the eyes kind of go. And he comes downstairs. And he goes, "If you're a dragon in disguise, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal."
Town Master
He hasn't opened the door. He just yells through it.
We went and got a Dabra and brought her back from the stone windmill like you requested.
All right.
And I'm gonna yell back to him, "If you're a dragon in disguise, know that we will slay you."
As this is happening, it sounds like there are like 7 sets of locks kind of going. And then after all of that, you just see a little slit come through, and you just see like his eyes coming through the door. And he just goes, adventurers. And his eyes see a dabber, and he goes, "Huh. They convinced you to come here, huh? Well, yes, there was a manticore and a dragon in the area, and I felt like maybe it would be a good decision to come. I don't know. I'm still having second thoughts about it." He goes, nonetheless, there was a reward, which I think was 50 gold.
25.
25, and he goes, "Okay." And he goes, "Let me check my records."
Like,
"Oh, no, it's 25. Okay." And then he tries to like shove the bag through the slit, and it's like a little awkward, and it just like kink, 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 and eventually it spits through, and like a few coins pour out of the purse as it hits the ground. Very good job. Very good job.
Right.
Is there anything else you need?
Town Master Wester, I was kind of curious if you might have any place where a Dabra might be able to set up to be able to create her potions. Preferably something that maybe might has a grinder of some sort.
Well, there's plenty of buildings around that are up for taking. So if you find a spot that works, that's fine with me.
Thank you.
Be careful, there's a dragon out there. Off you go. He just like locks the door, locks everything again. You hear like.
I was playing more of a chaotic and ridiculous character. I really wanted to poke his eyes when you said that.
He's like, "This is what a polearm is for." Yeah, it's definitely an abrupt, like, "Oh, okay." All right.
Can I knock on the door again?
Do you knock on the door again?
Yes, I knock on the door again.
I'm not gonna stop yet.
Yes. What is it?
Are all the jobs still available that are posted on the board?
It's the only reason I ever come out of the house. is to make sure that job board is updated.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. No dragon's gonna get me.
All right. I guess that concludes our business.
Yes, sounds good.
Here.
Good job, good work.
Is there a chimney in the house? Is there like smoke coming out of like a fireplace in the house? I just want to know.
Yeah, we'll say there's a little fire going.
Just gonna say,
it's a little
Town
chilly
Master.
in the air. Yeah.
I see there's smoke rising from your house. Are you certain that there's no dragon in there?
What? A dragon in here? Don't be preposterous. Could there be a dragon? You hear him start to like mutter to himself as he seems to like frantically kind of checking stuff.
Fear not. The Winterburns have made it to your town, and we will protect you.
I'm not gonna lie, that does smell like dragon smoke.
I don't know who the Winterburns are, but you did a good job.
You will know who the Winterburns are.
All right. I think we should leave this squirrely man to his squirrely business. What say you guys? Should we head
You
back
wanna
to
head-
the inn?
And I'll
Sure.
perform and maybe retire for the night. And then in the morning, maybe we can try to find a building for Adabra.
Sounds good.
All right, we're gonna head back to the inn now.
All right.
And as we start walking back, I want to talk to Adabra too, and I'm just going to tell her, like, we just wanted to warn you, we just wanted to let you know that this area is not safe and you can continue doing business in the town, but there's nothing keeping you here. If you think you ought to return to your home, you're free to do so. But we're going to do everything we can to make this place work for you.
Right. I just I appreciate that, Sir Marcus. And I appreciate what you did. I think a
This
good
is,
night's sleep will probably help me clear my head.
Yes. And if you've not heard a song from our bard, you have not lived. So be sure you stay for the show.
I think that and a pint is probably a good idea.
That pint will be on me.
All right. So, you want me to pour it on you?
Yes, I meant that very literally.
All
I'm
right.
glad that you were able to perceive that. You're a sharp one.
She kind of was smiling, and then as soon as you say sharp one, she's like, And you go back to the inn, and you easily are able to find Toblin Stonehill, who gets you your meal, your drink.
Nice.
Easily able to take care of business with a fun evening of all of the merriment. All of it. Every kind of merriment. Maybe not every kind, but all the merriment. Do you have any particular songs you'd like to sing, or is that it?
No, just lively songs.
Lively songs, okay. Excellent.
How are
You know,
we-
to brighten people's spirits. I'm not trying to tell anything that's gonna, bring the town down any more than they already are.
All right, roll a performance check. Because that's always fun.
17.
17, yes. Very well received. You keep things a little simple just to, get everybody's feet wet with your style, and they very much respond positively to you. So we can fast forward to the morning if you want, or if you want to have any role-playing opportunities, that's up to you guys.
How are we handling the division of the 25 gold pieces? Are we doing like a party fund, or are we dividing that as equally as we can?
Oh, the twin. I feel like for now we could probably just put the 25 gold pieces into the party fund, and that will cover things that we buy, like together, like housing and stuff like that, living expenses.
Okay, I say.
Unless we want to split it up, because that works too. The kid's trying to get some plate armor, so.
I'm pretty decent with gold. I'm not low by any means, so. Because the entertainer pack gave me an extra, or the background entertainer gave me an extra 15 gold, so I'm not hurting. So, like,
Nice.
if we wanted to do just a party, I'd be good with that.
I'm
But-
definitely not hurting either, because we did the
Mr.
Xanathar's
Noble
guide.
over here.
No, it wasn't. It's not even from the novel. It's from
No, I know.
Previous adventure.
yeah, it's for a previous adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm hurting for gold, but Daisy wouldn't really care either way. That was just more like my questioning how we're handling that
housekeeping.
mechanics.
Sure. So I guess you guys can keep track of that however you'd like.
Do you want to be our banker?
I don't.
That was
Me?
Yeah. Do you? You don't have to. I'm just asking. I can. I don't. That's fine.
I can keep note of it as well. That way, if anything falls between the cracks.
Oh,
have it.
on a sad note, who among us got the health potion from Adora? Who's holding that? Because we did get one health potion.
We never decided.
I think, Landor, you should take it.
You want me to hold it? All right, I'll hold it.
Unless, Marcus, do you
Well,
have any objections?
if he gets hurt, he would need a lot of healing fast. But he's also the only one with access to healing spells, and he's also not on the front line. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
We could try it out with
The person
him.
I would possibly say would be Marcus, because Daisy has a good bit of damage reduction, so she probably isn't going to fall quite as fast. But
I'm not gonna say no, you know. I don't care though. If you want it, you can definitely keep it. You already hooked me up with healing before. I'm not worried too much.
Well, I'll hold on to it for right now. We can always, if we see differently, we can do it for now. I'll keep it in my left front pocket, just so you guys know where it's at, in case I go down.
It's good to know.
It is good to know.
Is it an action to search someone's body to find a health potion to then administer it to them?
You guys continue, and I will make a ruling on that. It is an action to take a potion for me, but
Yes, but to find it on someone's...
please hold.
Maybe a random person. It would be an action, but like a party member, you already know he has one.
He did tell you where it is.
Well,
That's
definitely,
why I
but-
wanted to make sure you guys knew where it was, so you not have to search all over me.
What if they want to
God is
search all
left
over
to
you?
Hey, now leave
Don't
my
have
gold
to.
alone, and my 50 feet of silk rope.
Oh my.
You never know when you're gonna need some good rope now.
Fair enough.
Alright, so it can be assumed that we have merriment, food, and drink for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm down to fast forward to the morning, unless you guys
Same.
want to.
I would say altogether it would be an action to handle the things and
Also,
stuff.
just a note: I'm not double fisting coffee. It's water and coffee. So,
No judgment here if you were.
That coffee is for you.
oh, the mug is coffee for you. The coffee in the mug is actually King's Coast, but
The double plug, I like it. All right, yeah, so you wake up and you see a bleary-eyed Toblin Stonehill. Looks like he's reading the morning parchment.
good morning, sir.
That's
Oh,
considered
yes.
a full rest, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, it's a long rest, but as far as Fight
What-
Club 5 goes, you can hit.
What's the difference? Just out of curiosity.
Full rest is just maximum. A long rest, I mean, you get your HP back, but you only get half of your expended hit dice back. So, like, you might need multiple long rests to kind of fully get back to full. It's kind of...
Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Dublin, my good man, how are you this morning?
Ah, doing fine. I'm just preparing the breakfast now. And he's got like a plate of like some simple pastries and scones. Nothing too fancy, but pretty hearty, you know.
Lovely. We will most likely be traveling to the Dwarven encampment this morning.
Yes.
Do you have you ever traveled this way? Do you have any tips? Have you ever heard any rumors on the road?
Second.
Anything to look out for?
There are tales, I can tell you. But I could tell you tales. I could tell you stories. Josh, roll a d6. And if it's a 1, roll again.
It's a 1.
Roll again.
It's a 1 again.
Dang.
It's a 4 now.
4? Okay. He says... He goes, I don't know much about going to where some dwarves are, but if you ever find yourself in Neverwinter Wood, I would suggest you find Falcon's Hunting Lodge. It lies deep in the forest along a river's edge, and wealthy nobles will venture there to hunt it while under his protection. He's a retired veteran of many wars, and it's said that he'll offer free room and board to anyone who brings him a bottle of wine.
Can you just... Falcon's Hunting Lodge?
Yes, Falcon.
Okay.
And you said it lays where?
In the Neverwinter Wood.
Yes.
Do you know
Along a
anything
river's
about the?
edge.
Do you know anything about the Sword Mountains by any chance?
Jake doesn't know anything about the Sword Mountains. Hold on a second. Hashtag prepared.
Hey, there's always a question that you're not prepared for.
Of course.
Well, because he might not know about the dwarves, but it says the southwest, the mountains southwest of here is where they are, and that's the Sword Mountains. So, hopefully, if you know something about the Sword Mountains, that might help us out.
Oh, it's a logical question. You get no arguments from me on that.
I mean, there's nothing to say the innkeep has to know.
That's true. I mean, I don't know any specific information.
Okay, all right. I was looking in the Sword Coast Adventurers Guide for you, Jake.
Fair enough, good sir. Just trying to learn everything we can.
Yeah, he's like, is there anything specific you're looking for? And it just kind of doesn't seem to be going to anything of significance.
All right. Did you all sleep well?
Sure did. Had a fun
did.
night. Next time, Marcus, you should play my drums over here while I'm playing. To get a
You
little
get a
bit more
drum.
going on.
You get a drum.
Well, you know it's been years, but if you have it, I mean, wouldn't be opposed. Father
So
says
now-
it's not becoming of a noble.
You gotta lighten up a little bit, live a little. So now, do we want to go warn the dwarves now, or do we want to try to find a Dabra place to set up shop for a little bit?
Mr. Stonehill, do you think that you might have a staff member who could take Adabra around and find her a place that would be suitable?
Oh yes, there's definitely places to find a spot to settle for her. She'll be okay.
And-
We'll make sure she's
and we
all
talk.
Okay, and she's not up yet, right?
right. No, you haven't seen her yet.
Okay, so I'll just tell him. And if she's worried about a grinder, she's worried about the windmill, let her know that we are looking into it for her.
All right. Yes. I know that's usually why she stayed where she was. So I will do that. I will tell her.
Thank you, my goodman.
Before we head out of town, can I find a shop and buy a bottle of wine just in case we end up at the lodge, and then also a book about windmills and how they function?
Toblin says, I could sell you a bottle of wine if you like.
But we're also
Yes.
going the opposite direction,
Oh, okay. We are.
just so you know.
Let me look
If
at the
we're
map.
if we're going southwest, the Neverwinter Wood
Yeah.
is north.
Is north of us.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's not bad to
Alright.
have. It's good. I mean, it can't hurt.
Yeah, I might as well just get it now and lug it around. Who knows? Maybe we'll want to get tipsy around the campfire.
Hey,
Get tipsy
you
around the
doing?
campfire. Let's go.
nothing better than
All
a
right.
bottle of wine or a campfire.
All right.
So I'm gonna get the bottle of wine from Mr. Stonehill, and then do you guys mind if I just grab that windmill book real quick?
Sure.
Definitely, just in case we need to, find anything to bring anything back with us.
Sure, it'll be a long travel. There's plenty of time for you to read it. Or if we have to take a rest, it won't hurt for you to get a head start on reading.
He has a few options for bottles of wine, ranging from let's see here. Say ranging from 2 silver all the way up to 10 gold.
I'll take one that's equivalent of 1 gold piece.
Sure. We'll say it is a Neverwinter Cabernet.
Neverwinter Cabernet.
Why not?
Okay, and then rather than role playing the whole finding a book, can we just say that I found a book? So we can get on the road.
Let's roll an investigation check.
All right.
Because there's no library here.
Engineering 102 windmills.
All right, my investigation's pretty good. Here we go. Come on. A 12.
Okay.
Can I assist too?
Sure.
So that means she gets advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try this one. That was worse. A 12.
Okay. So, just as you're discussing that, Toblin says you might want to go see Barth, and he runs the general store. He may have supplies or perhaps better knowledge about where to go about that.
Okay, so let's.
And he gives you directions to where he is.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And we go there.
Okay. So as you make your way there, you see a pretty simple building, but it looks like it's been obviously this whole town kind of has been a little dilapidated and overrun, and there are just kind of pockets of places that have been restored. And this one looks to have some really sturdy craftsmanship. You walk into the store and you see a lot of ordinary goods and supplies, backpacks, bedrolls, pretty typical stuff. And you see what looks like 2 teenage boys somewhere in the middle years, like maybe between 14 and 16. Looks like they're stocking the shelves, and then you see another man who looks like he's kind of lean, balding, looks like he's, maybe 50 or so. And he kind of just raises his head and goes, "Ah, yes. What can I do for you? Are you new in town?"
We're new in town. We're looking for a book on windmills. The function of them, the building of them, engineering. Things of that sort.
I don't know if there'd be a book on that topic here, but are you looking to make a windmill?
Yes.
There wouldn't happen to be like a stonemason or a master carpenter in the area nearby, would there?
I would be the master carpenter in the area.
Would you be able to make something of a windmill or a grinder of some sort for Adabra to be able to grind up herbs?
If I had the
her
plans, I could make
potions?
anything.
All right,
Fair.
so
He just kind of like looks squarely back at you.
Well, I don't have those. That's part of the reason why we were looking for the book.
Yes. Do you? If you had more information on that, I certainly could handle this for you.
well, I mean, you could go look at her windmill. It's only
And-
about a day's trip out of town.
And at this point, you hear something on the shelf behind you just kind of fall, and the two boys just kind of like goofily laugh. And he just kind of goes, "Ugh." I'm sure I could find a way to build something. Just hang on a second. And he kind of walks out from behind the desk and he goes over, and it looks like he's quietly dressing them down.
Hey Daisy, didn't I remember? I know you
Not
inspected
undressing.
the wind. I know you inspected the windmill before we left. Did you make any notes or any drawings or anything? Because I know you did
Nope,
look
I
at
got
it.
it. Got it all up in here.
Do you think you might be able to make a couple sketches?
I guess so, but let's do that on the road.
Okay.
At that point, he walks back and just says, "Yes, I'm not terribly familiar with what it is exactly, how it works, but I can build anything."
Okay, so I was out at her windmill yesterday to retrieve her. I'm going to make notes of what I saw and what I remember, and when we return, we will try to find a place where you could build one for her, so she might set up shop in town.
Okay. Maybe I'll even take a look around town to find a good spot.
That's a good idea. She's staying at the Stone Hill Inn, so when she rises, maybe you could go over and speak with her, and maybe she has a better understanding of how it works.
That sounds good. Perhaps I will leave the shop in the capable hands of my two sons. And he just kind of like looks off like...
All right, good day then.
Good day.
And I just, before we leave though, I just want to ask him, we'll be heading south towards the Sword Mountains.
Yes.
Is there anything that you might need while we're headed that way? We are here to help the people of this town any way we can, and with the news of the dragon about, I'm sure shipments have been a little less frequent. So if there's anything we can do while we're down that way,
He just
we would
thinks
love
for
to
a
help.
second. He goes, "Most of our goods come from Neverwinter, so usually from the south. There's nothing of interest for me that I can think of right now."
Is there anything that you happen to sell to people heading that way on a regular, like they ask you for?
We have some pretty good supplies. I mean, you're welcome to take a look. And like it's basically a general goods store. So like if you were to look in the player's handbook, most of the goods there are available.
Daisy's already outside.
Yeah, I'm all good. All right. Thank you. A good
I'm
one.
good also.
Yep.
Enjoy your day.
You too. And now the three of you are outside.
I'm always just looking for extra quests.
Sure. I got you.
I'm a side quest hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So are we ready to go take a look for those dwarves and follow the map that was on the job board?
Oh,
Did I
Daisy
do
perks
you
up.
know where it is? Like, do you know where you're going?
I remember whenever we initially asked about the job board, you said there was a map. That
Yeah.
A map of
showed
the
where
area
stuff-
is
Oh.
there,
Oh.
but there's no
I
map
mean-
of where you're going yet.
I'm
You
going.
got directions to the windmill.
I'm gonna run back into the store and ask if he has a compass and a map.
Well,
I mean, maybe we should go ask
Sure.
Harbin where the archaeological dig is. And yes, getting a map would be fantastic.
I was like, this should be interesting. Like, where are you heading?
Or told us what
Southwest.
direction it was. Yes.
It says southwest in the mountains.
That's true.
But we still need a compass, although we could figure it out from the sun.
Well, what kind of kits do you guys have? You have
I have an
explorers
explorer's
kits?
kit, so
I,
I feel like we should be okay.
I think you'd be definitely fine on the compass part.
I don't think it.
I
I don't
have
think
an
compass is
entertainer's
even-
pack, so I can disguise myself, but that's not going to help much.
I think knowing your basic direction with the sun, that's a pretty easy survival check. But if, you know...
I'm not very good at surviving, though.
And I do feel like with it being an archaeological dig, there probably would be some sort of path, or, you know, if they brought quite a bit of stuff there to do a dig, there would have to be some sort of trail to follow, I would think.
Do you guys have your... Do you have the image of the map of the area still?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
So each hex there is about 5 miles. Just
Dang.
saying.
Do we?
I mean, we can go ask Harbin. I mean, he should know if he gave the job. He should know approximately where the archaeological dig would be. I would think, at least, hopefully.
I still would like to get a map for
Yeah,
our
that's fine.
group.
Sure. So you said you're going back into Barthen's goods?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, sir, could I trouble you for a map of the area?
Oh, yes. Right this way. And there's no printing presses. I'm gonna say it's one. There's one for a gold piece.
All right. Should I take that out of the party fund,
Yeah.
guys?
Yes. And then also, just on a side note, do we need to give him a gold too for helping out Adora and for like the beginning stages of it, or wait? Okay, never mind. We're good.
We don't have like a contract signed or anything.
All right. Marcus gave me a look of like, nope. I quickly shut my mouth. I was asking Marcus that, not the shopkeep.
Okay, so you said that I have I in my explorer pack that would include like a compass, or we can just use the sun.
Yeah, you have a means of determining basic direction.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna come back out. All right,
It would be
guys,
a very
I
low
got-
survival check, I would say.
Not a 1.
More or less, yeah. And all 3 of you could make it.
So I got a map. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, should we head in that direction? I don't know if you want to see if we could get some horses. We probably would only need 2, because I could probably ride on the back with someone.
Yeah, I can see that.
That, and do you think we should ask Harbin Wester if he knows approximately where on the map they are, where the dig is, by any chance? Do you think it's worth asking him?
Can't hurt.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I was thinking that the map that was on the board had like, here's where.
That's what I thought also.
Yeah, so.
Maybe I said that and I forgot. I don't know.
No, all you said was there's a map of the area, so that I just took it to mean there's a map of
gotcha.
all the relevant things on the board.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm
So-
down to go talk to him.
Do you think he's at the town hall or still at his house locked inside?
What
Sounds-
time is it approximately?
I would say maybe not quite noon, but getting close.
Well, Mr. Stonehill said that he rarely leaves. So is it possible that he doesn't really even use the town hall?
From what he said to us yesterday, it sounds like the only time he leaves his house is to update the board.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
to his house
The-
first.
They're not far away from each other, and the hall is on the way to his house. So, you
As
guys-
we're passing the hall, do we notice if it's unlocked or open?
No, it does not look like anyone's inside, and that board looks exactly the same. Actually, no, it does not. The Umbridge Hill flyer has been taken down.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. So we go knock on the town master's door.
You guys, who is it?
It's the band of adventurers again, good sir.
Definitely not disguised as dragons. I mean, dragons in disguise.
I
should hope not. And you hear all the little things, and the little thing goes. Oh yes, I remember you from last night.
We were trying to see if you knew approximately where this archaeological dig for the dwarves is that we need to go warn them. Do you know where at?
Do you have a map?
Southwest it is?
Daisy's gonna like try and hold the map up, but she can't really reach the slots 'cause she's too short.
I'll help.
He just
Now,
and it looks like you're putting
Daisy
it up there, and
or
he just says, "Give me the map." And it looks like he's just really squirrely.
If she can't reach, I'll give it to him.
Okay, you like kind of fold it a little bit, and it just goes
Yeah.
like he takes it like a little aggressively. Says, "Oh yes, just 1 minute." And the map comes back through the hole. Here you go. I marked a little X on it.
I'll say, just to save us some time, can you also mark off where the where Nomen God is?
Give me the map back.
So what do you guys think about
Just hear
getting
him
a
kind of
horse?
muttering to himself, like as he's kind of like, "He put the pen and quill away." Out it comes.
Thank you, Town Master.
Yes, very well, very well. And we're gonna go ahead and let's see. Let's do this. We can show you where we're talking about. So, can you guys can't see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
actually we can.
So the dwarven one, this one now, this has an X here, but now it also has a D right here. Like it's, and this one has a G like right here.
Good to know.
I think that should be easy enough to follow. He says.
Cool.
So you definitely have a basic idea of where you're going.
So 15 miles, how fast could we travel that on foot?
More or less
Or would that be 10 miles?
More like 15 either way.
Okay. Alright.
For 5 miles is more or less about 2 hours at a fairly regular pace.
Okay.
So about 6 hours to get there. You could get there by sunset.
Okay. If we were on horses, how fast would it be?
Say
Is that even an option? Are there horses in the town?
you haven't like seen like a stable somewhere. But
Okay, so don't worry about it then.
Can we double time it for the first 10 miles? We have our coconuts.
Yeah.
Bod, how many times have I told you to put the drum away when we're traveling?
So are you're heading out there?
I'm ready to go. No about y'all.
I'm ready to go also.
Yep.
All right. Somebody roll me a d20.
Oh, that was a 9 for me.
Okay. Yeah, so you have a somewhat easy time getting there. We're say the sun's setting and you're arriving at the mountain range. Let's roll your pick of a survival, nature, or investigation check, each of you.
Ugh. 2. Or no, my bad. 4.
16.
So you're just like mountains.
It's a 10 for
kind
me.
of. You got a 10?
Yeah.
And then what did you get, Izzy? I'm sorry.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just your rock gnome nature, but you just seem to have a. You're like, no, this wouldn't be a dig. This wouldn't be a dig, and you're definitely leading the way here. And after about a half an hour, you kind of lead to what would look like the right spot. When you get there, you see what looks like you see a 20-foot high wall of black stone with a broken gate carved into it. The rocky walls of the canyon look like they kind of form like 80 feet high, and it's almost like a little valley of good 20 to 30 feet wide of walking space. One stone door is hanging precariously by a hinge, and the other door is missing. And beyond the gate really is just a shadow of seeing what the mountain might be. And everything seems to be pretty quiet.
All right. Well,
I've got a bad feeling about this
Yeah,
in my bones.
You would think from a dig we would be able to see some sort of dwarves wandering around just a little bit.
I spend a lot of time with dwarves, and they're not usually this quiet. But they could just be deeper into the mine. Nothing to worry about just yet. I hope.
Famous last words.
So should we go through the gate?
Hey, put that back on the screen.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to just like cautiously start.
Yeah.
walking
Okay.
through, looking around, seeing if I see signs of any sort of
So you see no light sources.
altercation.
And there is no light from behind there. Now I know that Landor and Daisy do have dark vision, which it's still dim light conditions for them, and they can't discern color.
I can't see,
And
so
you can-
I'll light a torch, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. That's why I don't play human characters.
Well, they instead of automatically failing sight checks in darkness, they still have disadvantage. So the torch does give everybody a regular
Yeah.
thing.
No, I'm just
All right, so
joking.
you do go into the gate, like through the gate. Is that right?
Yep. Do you need our marching order?
Sure. Always good to know.
I mean, I would be towards the front.
Who's right behind him or beside him?
I'll go right next to him.
Okay, both of you roll a dexterity. No, just kidding.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. All right, so as you walk in, it looks as though, you hear kind of an echoey, cavey kind of sounds as your steps kind of clomp, especially Marcus's because he's in heavy armor. You just see rubbled buildings, and nothing seems to be all that active at the moment. It looks like there may have been some rocks that have collapsed in and maybe destroyed some structures. So they're kind of just broken remnants of buildings around you. It's not intense. Like it's, the basic structure of the 20 to 30 feet wide is kind of holding true. It looks as though anything that might have been here does look like it may have been ransacked and searched through. And You even see some like crushed bones and things, underneath rubble and stuff like that. But nothing seems recent, I should say.
Oh, I was literally just about to ask that. So.
So I'm not assuming you're moving too far in, because it looks, you can still progress beyond your initial look of the cave. I'm just not going to assume anything. You guys talk or tell me what you do.
So it looks like it's safe to assume this is where the dwarves were staying, and it's been attacked or ransacked, or just there was a cave in, or are these the ruins and they're just empty?
Right now it feels like ruins. Like, it doesn't feel like you've hit anything recently set up.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that it's just too late in the day and they might have turned in for the night?
I mean, that's up to you guys.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's, the sun has set maybe within the last hour, so it's not like...
That's, yeah. Not like for us to turn in for the night, I don't know. Never mind.
Some people turn in early, I guess. I don't know. That's why you can think whatever you'd like.
I say we keep going to see if we can at least find their encampment somewhere.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? It's dark in here, right?
Yes.
Maybe every so often we could cover our light and see if we can see any other lights in the cave. I know dwarves have dark vision as well, but they might be sitting by campfires. It might be an easy way to tell where there's an encampment, whether it be friendly or foe.
And now that we're inside, do we hear anything at all? Or is it still completely dead silent?
No, if you kind of just get everybody to kind of just stop for a sec so you could listen. You're not sure what to make of what's going on.
I don't like this. We need to continue on and find them, for better or for worse.
Okay. So you kind of move another 50 feet-ish or so, and let's see. Everybody make a perception check.
10.
Oh my gosh. 12 for me. Jeez.
13.
10, 12, and 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. You kind of move past what may have been some kind of like a well structure. And it looks like there's another kind of, almost like a wall that's kind of covering it. Not quite like the gate out front was, but there's like a little collapsed kind of opening through the wall. And you think you hear like a couple of rocks just kind of like kind of clatter up a little bit up there. It says a partially collapsed 10-foot high wall separates this courtyard from the settlement that you're walking through right now. And 3 heaps of rubble are piled high in this area. And then probably about as far as that's probably about as far as you could reach. I can see.
I'll say
but you definitely heard something like kind of fall or move a little bit beyond where you're.
Did you hear that?
I heard some rocks clattering.
I heard it as well. Oh no. Are you taking the light with you?
Unless somebody else wants to take it.
You said
no,
you're moving
can take
forward?
it.
Yeah, I'm moving forward. I'm gonna check out what that was.
Should we call out to him? if it's maybe the dwarves.
You're welcome to. I'm just going to move towards it to see what it is.
All right.
Be
Just keep
ready.
walking.
Could
Okay.
be friend or it could be foe.
As you step forward, you see eventually the past three piles of rubble. You see a 30-foot high temple facade which features steps rising onto a stone platform, and cut into the facade is a 10-foot high open doorway flanked by crumbling life-sized granite statues of cloaked dwarves, and evil grins can be seen on their weather-worn faces.
There.
And at that point, you hear, "Hello? Who's out there?"
Hello. It's Marcus Winterburn.
And then you see like a light source kind of pop up, and your eyes adjust a little bit, and you see two dwarves, both look to be excuse me, middle-aged or so, like they were maybe eating lunch or whatever, dinner I guess at this point.
We were sent here by Town Master Harbin Wester to inform you guys of a white dragon in the area.
Their eyes get like real big. A dragon? Oh. Well, that's not good. One says to the other, and the other says, "No, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all." Did you see this dragon? Is he
Personally,
nearby?
we have not yet, but we have had reports of it attacking people all over this area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other one's a little more gruff and says, "Well, I don't like that at all, but we do have a job to do here. Perhaps you could help us. Are you looking to make some coin?"
What do you need?
Well, we've been trying to excavate things from this old temple, and we've encountered these jelly-like creatures that seem to be they kind of chased us out of here. I mean, they're not very fast, but they're moving through the hallways, and it's just making our research and dig very difficult.
I've heard stories of gelatinous monsters that lurk in old ruins. Never encountered them myself, but we can try to do something about it. Is it just you two? How many of you are there?
It is just the two of us. I know that seems strange.
Does seem strange. Never seen a mining party of two before. That's just the essentials in this kit, I presume.
Just those bare necessities.
Yeah, I would my friends, would you be willing to go and help them?
I would be more than willing.
I'm not opposed to lending a hand. Could you tell us, were there anything that they seemed weak to? Did you engage with them at all, or were you just trying to get
we
away?
just got away. We're not warriors. He just says, and then he reaches into his pocket and takes out a pair of stones and says, "I know I said coin, but this may be very helpful to you. These are called sending stones. If you can take and clear these things out, I would give these to you."
That
Hang on a second.
sounds like a generous gift. We'll do what we can.
I'm
Right.
sorry. Did you say your names? What were your names?
We did not say our names. Thank you for asking. I'm Norbus. And the other one that seems a little more squirrely, he says, my name is Dazzlin. What are your names?
I'm Daisy.
I'm Landor.
I'm Marcus Winterburn, son of William Winterburn.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Have you done
From the House of Winterburn.
Have you done many of these adventures before?
Who said
Said
that?
Dazzlin.
Norbus? Dazzlin?
Mm-hmm.
Dazzlin, my good man. My good dwarf. These sort of adventures is our speciality.
You should have seen the way that he slayed this manticore a couple days ago. Didn't stand a chance.
It was very heroic. Yes, you slayed a manticore.
Oh, yes.
Well, a warrior is only as good as his party and his friends. So, would not have been done without these two. But all of that to say, we will handle this problem.
All right. Well, there may be some traps in this temple because it's pretty old, and the dwarves here tended to not follow traditional dwarven values. So, I would just recommend being careful.
Do you think you would... Are you good at sensing these traps and finding them?
The eyes kind of go, and Dazzlin says, I, and then Norbus kind of just puts his hand over and just says, listen, we are not adventurers by any stretch. Those jellies could kill us instantly.
Well, you said you're good at running. I'm good at fighting, not necessarily good at dwarven mechanisms. It's your decision, of course.
And we decide to not go.
I didn't ask you to go. Okay, all right.
And he says these sending stones would be very helpful for you, though.
All right. I'm good. I don't know.
Could one of you draw us
Yes.
an approximate map of the inside of the temple, what you've excavated so far, where you saw the jelly-like creatures, and any other information that might seem imperative, any traps that you've already set off or were able to, what's the word?
Disarm.
Yes, thank you. Are any traps that you were able to disarm?
Or just aware of that you just didn't trigger and moved past.
We didn't get very far. Just beyond this doorway here, and he points to kind of past the statues a little bit, and there's a little gate was left open. But then your light stops. We did find one, looked like a hidden doorway that we opened up, and it kind of opened up into this rubbly room, and then beyond that, the next door that you would see there was like a throne room of some kind where we saw this jelly creature, and we just ran right there. So we don't know too much about the area, but
Do you have a couple extra torches we could take with us?
they do. You also have torches in case you were interested, but
Okay. Why use my own torches if I can use somebody else's?
Hey, a torch is worth 0.03 gold pieces if you take one from every person you encounter eventually.
you are encumbered. Yes, so second. What's his nerd? Which one is it? Dazzler just takes his torch out immediately and says, "Here you go." He's a little squirrelier, but he's kind of...
All right.
Hand you a torch.
Oh, thank you for the help. We'll go clear your mine.
Right. And they both kind of just like sit back and they just sort of like continue to eat their rations. And Dazzlin looks hopeful, but Norbus looks kind of like he just looks worried.
Sick.
All right, so let's go ahead and switch to this so we can kind of see where you guys want to be. So as you can see, this is where you are. We'll say that I keep wanting to say Naslin. It's Dazzlin and Norbus. They're kind of chilling out over here on the steps. And these are the two statues that you saw, and this is the gateway that they mentioned.
So they only got like a step into the gateway?
They told you about what goes farther past here, but you haven't seen it yet.
Right, okay.
Is anyone good at finding traps? Well, I guess that's investigation, right?
Yeah, investigation and perception are kind of depending on what you're actively doing or not.
Okay, so I'm good with investigation, but I'm terrible with perception.
I think I have a +4 to perception.
I have a +3 to perception.
I have a -2 to perception, but a +4 to investigation. So...
It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be very fun.
I'd just like to go ahead and be very wary, searching for traps and gelatin, moving very cautiously, leading with, my polearm like a blind man.
So like tapping the floor and kind of
tapping the floor in front of you. Like, I don't want to walk into a hallway and just walk straight into a gelatinous cube, you know what I mean?
I do.
I'll at least touch it with my polearm first.
Touch it.
Giggity.
Okay. All right, so you move forward through the gate.
Yep, I do.
Okay. Get you there. And you see an open doorway up here. You see an S on this here, so you know that's... Oh, you don't see that yet.
No, I don't see it.
Hold on.
No, we don't.
And please pay no attention to what's behind this, but you see... We'll say both of these doors look like they're popped open just because, why not?
Both doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll move you both forward a little bit here.
Well, I mean, it's hard to not say I want to go south towards the other open secret door, but
this looks like the door above you also looks like it wasn't a natural door. Like this end looks like the room that they described, like it was just kind of rubbly and in there.
Do we see anything in there?
No, you just see what they were saying.
So it's just ruins.
Yeah, like, spikes hammered into the floor hold open 2 sets of double doors. One secret door to the north stands open, and the room beyond it looks like it's holding nothing but rubble.
Okay. You said that the door right below me is also open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I'll...
Gonna open that
Which
doorway?
way should we go, Daisy? Should we go straight in, or should we go through this door?
Let's go through the door.
All right. So I'll go down through the door and, still the same way I said I was going before, very cautiously, leading with the polearm.
Okay, it looks like
I'm gonna
this just
follow.
kind of bends around a corner there. I can't really hide stuff. Oh well.
You could probably zoom in, right?
I could, yeah, that's a good point.
I forgot that I used Rob Stark.
You did. And you guys are gonna follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, man, this is why I like playing a rogue and a ranger. I don't have to be up front. I'm so nervous right now.
But you're tanking right now.
That's true. That's true.
You can take a few steps here, get around. Assuming you guys are following. If not, let me know. And you see a doorway up there and just more hallway.
I'll look through the doorway, just so you don't have to keep trying to.
It's fine. It's closed.
Oh, it's like, is there any way to look through it or at all, or is it just
No, it's just a solid door, like made of wood.
Landor, through the door, straight way?
I say we go straight.
All right, I'll go straight.
Okay. Make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Do we notice anything odd in the passageway?
No, you don't. And then
I'm
you
getting
come,
very nervous.
You come
me
to
too.
it. You come to another door.
All right.
I mean, we're gonna have to clear the whole thing to make it safe for him. So honestly, we're gonna have to go into every room regardless. But
I will open the door.
Up this one here, the far one.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Oh
Everyone
god.
be
Oh
ready.
god. Oh god. Oh
And then
god.
we all die.
Oh god.
a fireball shoots out.
You open the door.
You didn't check for traps.
I said I was checking for traps the whole way.
Okay, well you open the door. You didn't find traps. And you notice a collapsed room.
A collapsed room.
Just like there's rubble, just like they saw the other one.
Well, Landor, looks like you're leading the way.
You can switch it up if you wanted to move around a bit. That's fine.
I feel like he doesn't want to lead, so I'll just
No,
go
I'm
to the other
fine.
door.
I'm fine doing it.
I could lead. I don't mind.
I'm just imagining the hallway like being, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know,
It was 5 feet wide, so you're fine. I mean,
I'm fine leading. I don't care. I'm just. Yeah, I'll open up the other door.
okay. God, oh god, oh god, oh god. You open up and you see what looks like a dead end.
Straight ahead is a dead end.
It looks like it, yeah.
Can I make like any sort of perception check just to see if it's actually a dead end?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. That's a 7, so looks like a dead end, I think.
Yeah, you're not sure, what to make of it.
Okay.
You're like, all right, it's probably something, but seems.
All right. Well, but
Can I
it
glance
looks like-
over his shoulder and see if I notice anything?
I would say if he left the room, you could.
I'll leave the room. Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh man.
11.
Yeah, it just seems like an empty room. I mean, it's not.
I just
I don't
realized how
see
bad of a
anything in here.
situation this could be. Oh no. Wow. This. Yep.
Roll an intelligence check.
Who?
What the
him
hell is
or
wrong
all
with
of
this
us?
die? I have not rolled over a 10, like a natural 10, and
Dice
Yeah.
jail. That's all you need right there is dice jail.
yeah. All right. That's for me. That's gonna be a 5.
Yeah, everything seems fine for you right now.
Yikes.
This is taking too long. Can I lead the group?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just
No.
gonna go up.
She's
Gonna
pushing.
go
Um,
ahead.
Going this
No,
way?
Daisy, I'm gonna say please don't. There are traps. I know that you want to rush, but we do have to be careful, even if it takes a little bit longer.
Now that she's leading, I'm gonna take out the crossbow instead.
Okay.
So that if there's anything, like if she runs into a cube or something, I'm gonna shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward. And I guess I'll be cautious, but not as cautious as Marcus was being, because that'll take it too long.
I'm sorry, but like, I've just never understood like any sort of gelatinous cubes type monster. Even as a DM, like I've never used them because I don't totally understand them or how to use them. So going up against them, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna die. Like...
No, that makes sense. I mean, if I come across one, I can only like punch them. I don't know if that does anything to them.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
You cut them in half, and now there's two of them.
Yeah. It's like that old where they would cut the starfish in half, and then they would just end up making more starfish.
So, I mean, to the north here, you've got the collapsed room, and then there's this way here to your right.
All right, let's just go right into that.
Yeah.
But when I make the first step into the room, I want to do an investigation check to see if the floors are trapped.
Okay, so you step through, and you see a couple of pillars, and you're not entirely sure what's going on, so go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Just her.
If you're assisting or doing anything.
I can assist. Sure.
Okay.
Assist? Okay, alright. Let me get my other die. Wait, I don't want to roll that one. Nice, thanks for that assist, because that is a 18.
All right. You don't notice anything that seems out of the ordinary as far as like that would make you think like a trap is happening or something like that. I'm just gonna move you. Stop me if you. I'm just gonna move you all in one more, just to. I feel like as you're looking around, you kind of would have just started to meander in a bit.
Are there any like unlit torches on the wall and stuff that I could just like light as we go, or no?
Sure. Yeah. Let's say every few squares, like you see one that's like down here, and looks like there's one up there.
Okay. Yeah. Anytime I see one, I would like to light it.
I think that's fair. Okay. So we'll say you go down here. Oops. And like right on this corner, there's one, so like light just kind of emanates. Seems like you're, there's fine up here. Pay no attention to any S's you see.
We know what that one was.
Yeah. So, as you move up here, like you see, it looks like there's rubble up here a little bit. This one looks a little squirrely. Keep saying
it looks
squirrely.
a little what?
Like this pillar looks a little squirrely. I keep saying squirrely for whatever reason. So there's a torch here that kind of lights up the area, and it looks like maybe there's like a little secret thing, just kind of like a loose stone popped open a bit.
I'll check that out.
Okay. And as you do that, you see what looks like an altar out in the distance here a bit. As you open there, it looks like a little cavity, and there are dwarf skulls in there that tumble out as you kind of search through it. And at the bottom of it, looks like there's some kind of a stone coffer, almost like think Skyrim, like when you're like searching dwarf stuff and there's stone chest.
I mean, I'll pop it open.
Yep, it opens up and looks like there's a assorted gemstones in there. It's not very large. It looks like it's maybe 1 foot by 1 foot.
Okay. Say, I found some gemstones here. This looks like a temple or place of worship. I don't know if this was to be some sort of offering or if this is just the hiding place of someone's treasure.
Well, we weren't asked here to excavate. We were asked here to clear out enemies, so maybe you should give that to the dwarves when we get outside. Let's stay focused on finding these monsters.
I want to look at the altar, and does it look like people would put like any sort of like offering or anything like that there or something?
So you gonna move over to it?
Cautiously.
So just, I mean, I'm gonna move you one step.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And another.
Sure.
Okay. As you start to look at it, let's actually make let's make a perception check.
Oh man, dude, I can't roll today. I'm so pissed off about this.
Can you put Daisy next to him? Can I assist?
Yeah. You want to go like right here?
Yeah.
There we go. That's
Okay,
better.
What's Landor doing?
Move me forward 3 squares, so I'm kind of in front of that pillar right there.
Right
Yeah.
there? Okay.
So if she assisted, I got a 22.
Okay. Yeah, so you're looking at the altar, and as you're just kind of trying to see if there's like a spot maybe to whatever, it looks kind of ceremonial, looks old, looks, very dusty, covered with stuff. A tiny little drip falls and kind of just hits your chainmail, and you feel like a little bit of a singy kind of a thing.
Okay.
And then you look up and you just need to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Freaking black pudding on the first. It's an 11 for me, for Marcus.
Okay.
Damn it.
I got a 16.
Okay. Daisy?
I got a 11 as well.
All right, so I think Daisy's got a better dex. Well, actually, you guys can choose who does what at that point. You can each round.
Sure.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
I just want to get the hell out of there.
Technically, rules as written. Ooh, okay. Do that here. I'm gonna say it just kind of plops right down right there.
It looks like spaghetti.
It does look like spaghetti.
It looks like the flying spaghetti monster.
It's the flying spaghetti monster. And it immediately just drops down. Oh, actually, you know what? It's large.
So this is a Pastafarian temple.
Yeah, so it kind of squeezes you out a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll move you both this way, and it just kind of plunk right on the altar. And then just as it's kind of oozing and sliming forward, a pseudopod comes out and attacks you, Marcus.
Son of a bee. All right.
Yeah. That would be a natural 2, which you easily kind of just get out of the way.
Cool.
So then after that goes Landor.
All right. I guess I'll take a shot at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
20.
Oh yeah, 20 hits.
Nice.
7 piercing.
7 piercing damage. Okay. Yep. The crossbow bolt kind of just goes right in. It just kind of like sticks in the middle of it. It looks like there's acid kind of like eating away at it, but it's just kind of stuck in this oozy creature that just starts to... It reacted a bit to it, but you're just like, ugh, this is just gross. What would you like to do?
Can I back up 2 spots to that next pillar, the pillar behind me?
Like that?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. And that shall. Oh, I want to cast Bardic Inspiration on Marcus.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Marcus and Daisy, you both go, so you can choose how you want to.
Marcus, you can go.
Okay. So, would I provoke an attack of opportunity if I skedaddled? Probably.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
It's safe to assume.
Unless you disengage.
Yeah. Well. All right. I'm gonna throw my my torch at it. Just toss the torch right on it.
All right, so let's call that some kind of an improvised weapon. So make a strength check. I wouldn't call it proficient.
So that should be an 18 then.
Yep, you're gonna hit. And let's go with let's do a d6 worth of fire damage.
Okay. We used the one that rolled 2 once before. 2.
Okay. Just kind of, yeah. And again, it reacts, but it just seems kind of like blobby and like just like what just kind of like sliming around. And
so it doesn't seem like it really did any. It doesn't seem like it really did anything extra. It was just kind of like,
yeah, not more or less. Just, I mean, it just fire hitting something and it didn't like it.
Okay.
It didn't light him on fire, did it?
No, it didn't seem to be flammable.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Petroleum jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had to check. I didn't know.
There are definitely worse ideas out there, that's for sure.
Okay. So, man, I hate this. I will use my bonus attack. No, I have to. No, I can't do that. I'm gonna try to back up.
Okay.
Just. You know what? No, I'll just stay there. Enter defensive stance, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really do anything.
All right, Daisy.
I hope you know how stressed out fighting a jelly makes me.
This is awesome, then.
All right, Daisy is going to use her bonus action to rage.
Yes.
But it's more of like a grossed out rage, like, ugh.
I kind of imagine Daisy, like, how tall is Daisy?
She's 3 feet.
So she's 3 feet tall, and I know you said the squat thing, so all in my head, I just imagine, like, the sumo wrestler getting ready, like,
Yeah.
like she's ready to just attack something.
Can I just add one thing? Could I have moved up one space?
Sure.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine.
All right. And then Daisy is going to try to hit the gelatinous creature
Okay.
with her warhammer.
Alrighty.
That's a 19 to hit.
That succeeds.
All right, here we go. It's a D8. Gotta find my D8. There it is. Okay. Ten points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so that warhammer, you just kind of swing it and it like smacks into it and almost like rips through because you're very strong. And it definitely didn't like that at all.
As she brings it down, she's gonna scream, "You're gross!" And then I'm gonna stay.
You did your bonus action already.
Yeah.
I was like, don't forget, you have 2 weapons.
I know. Well, so I have to remember that.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. So you're good. And then this creature is, let's go with deal odd even. Hey, Josh, it didn't choose you this time.
Wow.
It's like the first time I've ever seen a roll not choose Josh.
Probably in years.
Yeah, I know. It's like it could be Josh or someone else. Oh, it's Josh. All right, so after that, let's see. That is a 13. A pseudopod comes and swings at Daisy. I think you have an armor class of 15, right?
That's correct. It misses.
Yeah, it just swings right over the top of you as you kind of another short joke. Yeah. And then out from the distance behind you, you hear a gravelly dwarven voice say, "Watch out, it's coming after you." And you turn and look and you see.
Where did it even come? Ah, the ceiling in that broken room. Yeah. All right.
Kind of
Oh,
just
that one looks even bigger.
slink forward. It's the same size.
I'm making a mental note to always ask if I see anything on the ceiling.
They're passive. Your passive perceptions. I mean, I did roll stealth before Anyways, this one comes after Landor with a pseudopod. Don't think that's a hit. It's another 13.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. So yes, that warning actually got you enough time to kind of turn and kind of little jump out of the way. And Landor, you now go. Care about secret doors. There are secret doors here, guys. It's not. I'm not hiding it.
I hate that they have that on the maps. Like there has to be.
Well, I could put hidden terrain blocks all over it, I guess, but it seemed like a lot of work to me.
No, definitely. Yeah. No, that's not.
I'm gonna take a disengage action.
Okay.
And I am going to run down and over behind, like next. Yep, keep going down one more, and then over right one.
So right here?
Yes.
Okay. And you have your bonus action.
I saw cast Bardic Inspiration on Daisy.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
After Landor,
That's
Marcus,
that.
and Daisy, you both go at the same time.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I'm raging, I'm going to go ahead and try to hit again with my Warhammer. Here we go.
An action I recommend.
Can I say something? Since we're going at the same time, can I move to the right one space and then her go diagonal down one space, and would we be flanking?
I would say that would count.
Can you flank a gelatinous creature?
You could certainly try.
Okay, so where do I need to move?
He wants you to do this,
flanking?
and he wants to do this.
Are we able to do that since it's the same turn, or is that kind of...
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay,
sick.
alright. So I get advantage on this, correct? Since we're flanking?
Yes, technically you need to be opposite, but flanking rolls I think need to be a little more loose sometimes.
Alright, we will put
Do
that
both people get advantage or only one?
Both,
Okay.
because you got to compensate for.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Alright. That is 22.
That is a hit.
Okay, and that's a D8. Just this one. $12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh,
Nice.
wrecking this thing's face if it had one.
Okay, so I don't know if we can do this, but I wanted to give Marcus the opportunity to get out of its reach by stepping out of its range and then back into its range, because I need to be right next to it to hit. But Marcus, do you want to keep up the flanking?
I think let's just keep up the flanking for now. See if we could burn this thing out before the next one comes to us.
Okay.
No more
all
table
right,
talk.
then-
Decide.
Okay,
I'm
alright.
gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it with my hand axe.
All right.
Hold on, gotta roll again. See if I do better. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
All right. And this I don't get to add my rage damage to, but that's okay.
You do get rage damage. You don't get your strength damage.
Oh, okay. So that's the plus at the end of the.
Mhm.
Yeah, you add +2 to the damage because of your raging.
Right. Okay, so 5.
5. What kind of damage is that?
That is slashing.
Slashing damage. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Guessing it says nothing.
No, it probably just split it in half.
Sure did.
Oh.
I don't know if that's better or not.
Yeah, it seems to kind of just. It doesn't. They both look kind of grossly not great, but they're smaller and they seem to kind of split. And now, Marcus, you go.
But now we're not flanking. Wait, hold
Oh,
on.
you can
I
move
still have-
actually. You can
Yeah,
move.
let me move up because I don't.
Move
I want him to still get the flanking.
like this.
Would it provoke an attack of opportunity for leaving her reach?
It didn't leave her reach.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, nice try. All right, Marcus, you have 1 square of movement in there.
Yikes. Like, I don't have any bludgeoning options. I mean, I technically do, but not really.
You
So
got
this
an
is-
unarmed strike, which counts as bludgeoning, but that does not
That's
deal
I
with
will
one point of
punch.
strength damage.
Punch the jelly.
You know what? Piercing. You said that I could do either piercing or slashing for my halberd, right?
I
Because
think-
it has the spike at the end.
I think that's very fair.
Okay, sick. So I'll do piercing then.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you think it's fair that I would have noticed that slashing cut it in half. I don't know if that's metagaming.
Roll an intelligence check. Don't get a 1.
Alright.
I feel like that's kind of hard
I feel
to
like
make.
there's 2 of them now, so.
It's a 10.
Yeah, you put 2 and 2 together.
Okay. So I'll make attack with my halberd trying to do piercing.
Okay,
And that is it's an 18 and a 2.
that's
So
it.
that's a 26 total.
Yep.
Alright. Still a D10.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Damn it. It was like 6, and then it flipped over and it was a 2. So that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Hold on. All right, and as you stab it, it's done. It just kind of disperses a bit into, like, it's just not really moving anymore.
Great.
It doesn't just like sploosh into goo.
No, I mean, maybe if it was a warhammer, I could see that kind of really like jumping in a puddle.
Okay. Interesting.
Is he? Oh, never mind.
I mean, this thing's technically still in my range, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
the
because you
boar?
have the extra reach, and it's the butt end of your.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, whatever. We'll hit it with my bonus action. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
That does hit. Double that dice.
Yeah. So that's gonna be nice. 8 plus 4. That's 12 bludgeoning.
Yeah, and this one just kind of you kind of just turn it around and smash it with the butt end of your pole arm, and it just kind of splatters up against the back wall.
Nice.
All right, and then you have some movement left if you wanted to.
I think I'm just gonna move to the left one.
Go back to where you were.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be it for
And
me.
that's it. Okay. All right, and this thing just kind of goes slunk, slunk, slunk,
Oh god.
slunk, but
a
you
terrible
feel
sound.
yeah. But like you feel like it just kind of just arrives, and now Landor goes.
Right. Well,
It had to double move.
oh. I think must be really, really slow.
The slow dwarves outran this thing.
Good point. Alright, I'm going to take a shot at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
And a 9.
A 9 hits.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
That's why you guys are like, can I get advantage? I'm like, yeah. it's fine.
And 9 damage.
Oh,
Piercing.
that'll do. Just like before. Got it real good, but just kind of seems odd to have the bolt kind of just like get stuck in it and just kind of just for purposes of believability, those bolts that are fired in this fight are not retrievable.
Aww.
So that was your action.
And I am not going to take a bonus action.
Okay, did you want to move at all or no?
No,
Okay.
where I am.
So then Marcus and Daisy.
All right.
Marcus, do you want to move and I can move and we can flank again?
Or you could just go first.
But then we don't get
Yeah.
advantage, right?
If you just go down,
You could move here.
Yeah.
Oh. So I thought
Daisy, move behind it.
Oh,
Just like the
that
last
way.
time.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I will move, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with my warhammer.
Do it. I bet you will succeed.
Gross! Thank goodness I have advantage. Wow, I did terrible that time. That's a 12.
That's still a hit.
But 9 hits, so you're good.
Yeah. So you don't even need
And then.
Inspiration.
You know what? Let's roll this one. I haven't rolled this one yet. 3. 9.
9 damage? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of bludgeoning.
Slap. It just kind of gets this, like, kind of a sound effect. That was your action and your move, and you have the option.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit it with a javelin.
Okay. Is
That's
it light?
not hand axe.
I don't think they are.
They're not? Oh.
So then it would not count.
Shoot. Well, do I want to split it in half? I don't know. I don't know if that gives us any advantage to...
Hey, do what you got to do. I mean, we'll figure it out either way. Whatever you think.
You are raging, so
Yeah, just
Yeah.
realistically,
Yep, I wouldn't think about it. I would just be like,
Go for it.
ah. Here we go. One more time. That's a 16 to hit with my hand axe.
success.
Woohoo! 6 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty. And just like last time. Bam, here we go. Splitskis. Actually, I kind of feel like that would make a little more sense. So,
That's fine with me.
I didn't think you'd complain.
Yeah.
All right, so Marcus is up. It's like, I'm going to stay here and attack.
Does that still count as flanking since there's someone on each side?
It's a great question. I would say yes, because why not?
Okay. Perfect, because I got an 11 and a 1. The 11 turns, it doesn't matter what the 11 turns into, it's a 17, but I think it's a hit either way.
the one might hit with being a 7. Maybe.
How much did you hit it? Do you tell me the damage or just that you hit?
I didn't tell you the damage, sorry.
Okay.
So that's going to be 11 piercing.
Okay. You got him.
Great. And I'll use my bonus action. Can I hit him from there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action to bludgeon this guy.
Be the butt of jokes.
That is going to be a 10 to hit.
10 hits.
And 7 piercing. Or bludgeoning, sorry.
Bludgeoning damage. Bam. Smacks. He's still going though. Looking very, very much looking rough, but still going.
Yeah, so I'll
All right.
end my turn. Yeah.
And then the jelly, a little pseudopod, comes out and attacks Daisy. Let's use a different dice. I'm not hitting anybody yet. Hold on.
Bring it on.
Another freaking 4. That's a miss. I rolled 4 like every attack roll. Landor, you're up.
All right. I want you to move me next to the other pillar, the pillar that I'm in front of, but to where I can hit it with my rapier.
So you want to go up to here?
Yes.
Okay.
Take
Here.
a swing at it. Or a stab, I should say. 11.
11 hits.
And 11 damage. Piercing.
Nice.
Kill the jelly. Kill
That's not
the
bad.
jelly.
Skewered. And after you do that, you hear it kind of just get this like,
Oh.
and it just kind of reduces into a puddle. And now there are just like slimy puddles kind of around, and it just feels gross.
I try to clean if
A
there's
jelly kebab, anyone?
Pretty much.
if there's any remnants on my halberd, I try to clean it off.
Oh, there's definitely remnants on your halberd.
Can I pick up my my torch and burn it off with the torch?
Yeah, I could. I would say that was a very acceptable use of the torch and everything.
Now there's like jelly vapors in the air. It's like extra humid.
Exactly.
Yuck. It's like Florida.
Oh, it's so gross. It's so gross. So you gotta catch your breath there.
So we did that really good investigation check on the altar.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything of note there?
No, there was not. It just seems like it serves some kind of ceremonial purpose, but you're not. It doesn't look like it's active, or like you're not sure what you would do to, like if there was a mechanical something to it that you don't see it.
Okay. I'd like to like look along the walls and just like check for anything of note.
Just taking some time. Yeah, you find 3 secret doors.
All right, sick.
4 actually. And that's where they are. One up here, one here, and one there.
Well, which way would you guys like to go?
I say let's go north. The one up top first.
Agreed. I like the way that S looks.
All right, so you are able to pop it open. I know what I'm doing here. Okay. Zoom way in here. That's not what I'm trying to do. Here we go. It opens up into another area where you just kind of see some rubble, and thing opens up to your right.
This time I want to also look at the ceilings.
Yeah, you see a door at the end of the hallway, and nothing seems to be, getting your... Should I not be doing this?
No, that's fine. That's what I would be doing. Would I do anything to kind of like make a like check for a trap on the door, or you?
Sure.
I already don't think there's anything there.
You can make an investigation check.
Okay. It's gonna be 15.
Yeah, you feel pretty good that it's just a door.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
Just one sentence from a dwarven, and we're like, or at least I am, just like, check for traps everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this room here, besides the secret S that you just saw, you see 3 stone bed frames that stand against the wall here. So kind of along here, you see 3 beds, and it looks like it may have been some kind of priestly quarters, bed chamber.
Do we notice any footlockers or anything of use, like that possibly could store anything in the room?
You don't see anything that seems like a value right there. It looks like there's some. I mean, it doesn't look like it's been disturbed very much, but it just looks like whatever was in here is pretty old. So, clothing is old. Nothing seems to be all that useful.
I want to look under all of their mattresses.
Hey, Izzy, could
Do
you
we
actually
find
turn
a
your camera
window?
off and on, actually? I think your camera froze. There we go. So actually the mattresses are stone slabs, so Izzy's character walks over and she's just like, "Grrr," and like hulks this thing up, and just you see stone underneath it.
Anything to get another pump in, I suppose.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's-
Did we look? We looked like all around. We looked at the ceilings.
Yes.
Okay. I don't.
I'll check the walls again.
Okay. Roll a investigation check.
And I shall assist him.
Thank you. Doesn't matter.
I could tell that thump didn't help.
That was an 8.
You are still inspired.
I am still bardic inspired. Yeah, that's true. That is an 11. Still feel like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Also, how about the investigation checks are done by Izzy from now on?
She does have the highest
I'm fine
thing, I
with
think. Or actually, well, Landor maybe there too now. So you're gonna do your own investigation check?
Yeah, I'll look around.
Okay.
See what I can find out. Let me just double check. Pretty sure investigations. Yeah, that's a 20.
20. Yeah, you see what you saw before. Guys, it's right here in this corner. What's the matter with you? And you see a secret door.
All right, I'm gonna jimmy it open and lead the way now.
There you go. All right, so you pop this open.
Are there any traps?
So you just opened it. You didn't check for traps yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
All right, another investigation.
I love doing what I can to throw people off with stuff. Like, even if there's nothing there, I'll like make it look like I'm checking something.
He's just gonna roll something just because, like.
Oh, I'll definitely do phantom rolls periodically. Like, what is he checking for? Don't worry
Like
about
all of a
it.
sudden, you just hear lots of dice going. Like, wait, what?
All right, so for checking for traps, that's a 14.
You feel good that it's not trapped.
Guys, it's not trapped. Come on, let's go. So we're gonna move forward.
I'm just assuming this is your marching order, but tell me if
Yeah, I'm just
wrong.
gonna follow. We have to check out everything anyway, so.
You see a door down here.
Is there anything on the ceilings?
Nothing's on the ceilings. This is great.
All right, should I check the door for traps, guys? What do you think?
This just looks like another. Looks like there's it's called a vestry. There's a stone wardrobe, and then rotted remains of 2 suits of leather armor. Again,
Gross.
nothing usable.
Yeah.
Also, just want to say my rage hadn't faded yet, so all of those other checks were angry.
Well, your rage is definitely faded by this point.
Yeah.
So yes, you see the door to the south.
All right, I'm gonna go over to. Did I open that door?
I don't remember you saying you did. If you did, you did. If you did say it, I don't remember.
I think you just asked if you should check for traps.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think? Should I check for traps or should we just open doors
Let's just
wildly?
Let's
All right.
just- This is gonna be the one too.
Open the door.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
opening
gonna
the
go
door.
to the door and open it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you open
Roll
the
a deck
door,
save.
and you see another door across.
What is this place? It's nothing but doors.
Damn those dwarves.
All right, I guess I'll step into that hallway and open the next door.
You step it.
They always love their hallways.
Just making sure I do the right things here. Okay. So you open the next door. And you see similar to the one above you, but it looks like was a collapse here.
Mm-hmm.
But in the room you see the skeleton of it looks like another dwarf in some of the rotted leather armor that you had seen in the other room as well. And it looks like it looked like he had like fallen forward, and it looks like there was rocks that kind of crushed him from behind, so his like legs and hips are kind of crushed.
Nothing in here but another dead dwarf.
Can we
Which
check
way
his,
should we head?
Can we check his pockets? His pockets?
His pockets is yes.
You want
his
to-
pockets.
You want to pickpocket a dead dwarf?
I want to check his pockets. Maybe he has a map of the area, so we don't have to keep blindly walking around tunnels. Or maybe he has anything else of importance.
And all these secret doors seem to be everywhere.
I'm gonna let Marcus check the dead dwarf's pocket.
Sure.
Okay. You notice around the priest's neck looks like a silver chain and looks like a holy symbol of some kind. And you see a jeweled dagger.
Hmm.
Do you see do you read Dwarvish? You do, don't you?
I do, yeah, I do.
In Dwarvish you read greed is good.
Hmm.
And the
Well-
jeweled dagger is very small.
He has a jeweled dagger, the necklace, and it says greed is good.
I think he'd be fine with you taking his things then.
Sure. I'll take it.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good logic.
Yeah, I'll take it, and then when we go out back that way and go through that door, I want to take the gem from the pillar.
Okay. So you're gonna what are you guys doing next?
Go back into the hallway. and
Actually,
then-
Landor, when you're just, I'll assume you're staying here, you just mindlessly kind of turn to the left, and it looks like there's maybe like it's collapsed, but it looks like there might be a crawlable space over here on to your character's left.
Can I fit?
You want to go over there
Hey,
and take a
guys.
look?
Yeah. Hey guys, it looks like there's a crawl space over here.
We also have a small friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say you feel like you could fit, and maybe Marcus could too if he kind of squeezed a little bit. So obviously Daisy could.
All right, I'm gonna go in the crawl space first.
Okay. So you crawl for what feels like maybe 10, 15 feet or so. And you come out to another door.
It's so funny.
Well, it just looks like this was collapsed right here, you know. Oh,
No, I mean, like it's funny for me because there's like all the S's all over the map, so we're just assuming that we know where, or I'm just assuming that I know where every secret is, so just ignoring it. It's just fun. That's just a reminder.
Mhm.
Myself.
There's another door. I'm opening it.
Okay.
Okay, you open the door, and you have dark vision. I know Marcus has the torch, so it opens up into an area here. Yeah. But
Well,
you-
we each have torches because we
But are
got them
they all
from
lit?
the.
Mine's not
Oh.
lit.
Oh,
I did not. I made it a point not to, because I can see without it.
Okay. So let's see. All right, the alcove to the south on the bottom here, what the rubble looks like,
Mm-hmm.
is the rubble of a shattered statue. And up here is a statue of a dwarf with horns, which stares greedily at a glowing green gem in its hands.
Can I look at the ceiling? Is there anything on the ceiling?
You don't readily notice anything on the ceiling. All right, if you want to do a perception check or investigation check, that's. And if
What can I
anyone
make?
goes in there too, just let me know.
I
I'm
go
gonna
in
yell
there
out.
also.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell back to them what I see.
You said you're going in there, Landor?
Yes.
I hate this.
Marcus?
I'll go into. I'll lead with my torch.
Okay.
Would I have known anything about this, or heard anything about this possibly in my stories about these dwarves, or would this statue have rung a bell of any sort?
Good question.
So it's a statue with a gem in his hand. He's looking greedily at it, and it says greed is good. Or it doesn't say that.
I could look up some stuff if you want. If you want to make a history or religion check, it's honestly not that relevant right now. But if you want to know more about Abathor, you could look up the Forgotten Realms wiki about it later.
I want to retcon. Well, whatever. I just want to go back to the other room and grab those gems from the pillar. And I'll just be like, my good men, I will be right back. I have an idea.
So we'll say Marcus heads off, and you're going the same path that you.
Wait, we're splitting the party.
You sure are. So
It's true.
you're just taking the same pathway.
I'm gonna go straight out because that one was I think that hallway was the same.
So you go
door
this
that was
way?
right behind. Yeah.
But we never discovered that.
He did
That's
discover
true.
it. Oh no, he didn't discover that one.
Okay, then never
No.
mind. So I'll just go straight up.
Okay. So we'll just say you're doing that right now. What are the two of you doing?
Do you want to have lunch while he's gone? I don't. I guess let's poke around the room. Is there any like secret levers or? I don't want to touch the statue. That
Yeah, do we notice anything about the statue that, like, does it look like it could possibly, the hand possibly move up or down, or...
Okay, no, it just looks like it's a solid statue. The dwarf, it's got horns on the dwarf, and it's just looking at that green gem like, my precious.
Does the rubble appear to be, like, used to be an identical statue, or is it too much of rubble to tell?
I would say you might find a piece or two in the rubble that it's reasonable to assume it might have been, symmetrical that way.
I don't know, I kind of want to take the gem. But I feel like maybe we should wait for Marcus to get back.
It's up to you.
Sorry.
It's up to you. I'll tell you when you get back there.
I'll sit in the darkness. Just wait.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out some rations and snack.
So we'll say you were here just kind of looking at the rubble there. You probably literally just sat down.
Working on some card tricks. With my
And since
playing
you're
cards.
waiting, you hear the clanging of chainmail squeezing through the crawl space and emerge here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I have the gems then.
Yes, you do.
I will just. Well, first I'd like to just look at the statue in it and see if I see any like, and any sort of openings to place like anything that looks missing from it, like just and anything of note about the statue, I guess.
Yeah, just like I was telling Michael, it seems like it's solid statue, and just the gem is the only thing really that seems to be like of note. I mean, the rest of it seems like it's a solid statue.
All right, so I'm gonna tell them. All right, sorry for the wait. So I see him. He's looking greedily at this gem. Don't really want to take it from him, but what we saw before was an inscription written in Dwarvish that said, "Greed is good." And we found gemstones back there. I went back, I grabbed the gemstones, and I would like to put them in his hand. Do you have any objections to that, my friends?
No, but if nothing happens, I want to take them all.
Sure. One step at a time. One step at a time, Landor.
So
So I'll put the other gems. It looks like this. Yeah, I'll just put them in his hand. Whatever.
So he's just holding his hand just to make sure I understand. You're gonna just kind of go.
Yeah.
Okay. He now has
Nothing
more
happened.
gems in his hand.
Okay.
Try putting smaller ones in his eyes.
Well, does it look like anything?
The
which
gem is
fits
still
with the-
glowing like it was before. There are just other gems now in his hand too.
Oh, the gem was glowing too.
Yes.
Are the other gems glowing now, or only the original?
Just from this shine, refracting or whatever you call it, the light.
All right. Well, that didn't work. Shall we take it?
I say yes.
I say you're getting your gems and you're taking the glowing one.
I think you should check for traps first.
Sure. Would you like to check for traps?
I don't really want any part of this.
Intelligent friend.
I say
Are
let's
you
just
like?
take
Are
it.
you just like? I'm not doing this. I'm backing away. Is that your deal? Is that, or what are you doing?
I'll
mean,
walk up
I-
and take the gems.
No,
I take all
wait.
of them.
Oh my gosh. Stop! I will check
Yeah.
for traps if you insist. But
I'll-
realize that this is a civilization's temple. Even if they supported greed, that doesn't necessarily mean they wanted their things taken from them. This is somebody's history. This is somebody's story.
It's a glowing gem. It could come in handy.
So I just want to understand what's going on. Marcus took the other gems back and left the glowing one there, or are they all still in his hand?
They were all still in his hand.
Okay, and
I'm walking up to him.
I was gonna say
and
at
I'm
this point you
picking
guys
all
are
of them
definitely
up,
all kind of gathered around it.
and I'm taking all of the gems.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, just
Yes.
Marcus, what are you doing?
I will assist Izzy in looking for traps if that's what she's doing. If not, I will
I am
just back up a
going
couple
to
spaces.
for traps. I'm not gonna let you guys die.
Okay, so roll with advantage because of the assist. I feel like you would probably push your way in front of Landor based on his body language.
Yes.
I feel like we're overthinking this.
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
A 23 investigation
Nice.
Okay.
for traps.
You get a very strong feeling like you really just should not mess with that gem. You can't like you don't see like any mechanical things or anything like that, but you're just like, guys.
All right, I'll leave the gem alone.
You can take the ones. Was it just that one gem, or now that they're all there, they all have to stay there?
You don't think moving the other gems would do anything?
All right, take the other gems. However, Landor, you were looking at the pile of rubble. You said that it looked like it was probably the same statue.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you want to check through the rubble to see if you can find the other stone, the other gem that was in that other...
Sure. I look through the rubble.
How
Let's
long
see
do you
if
want to
I-
take to look through the rubble? Because there's a good amount of it.
Not very long. Just kind of like digging through it to see if I see anything glowing at all.
Gotcha.
Because I would think a green glowing gem, even with rubble, would be...
Sure.
I should see some sort of glow, because we don't have much light in this room.
Right. You don't see any glow coming from any cracks or anything like that, and as you kind of get to the bottom of the... they'll say a couple feet in front of you, and you're not seeing any other glows either.
I mean, I guess we could just leave this for the archaeologist once we finish clearing out the gelatinous creatures.
Fine.
I mean, I already
Yeah.
told you what I wanted to do, but you guys said it was a bad idea, so...
Did we check all of the walls in this area? Did we see anything else of note, or is it just there's just nothing?
That's the only thing you see.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just leave. Go back through the crawl space.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm leaving also.
I want to be the last one to leave to make sure no one touches that gemstone.
Where's the trust?
When Daisy is the wise one. That's when you know. Alright, you see, another doorway here. Up atop, where you came from, and the hallway seems to just end.
Daisy, you want to lead again?
Yeah, I'll...
I mean, I
Go.
can lead if you want me to, guys.
Nope.
So you heading
That's
back to where
alright.
you were?
No. Can we go directly to the... Yeah, that way.
Okay.
The tunnel we have not explored yet.
Well, this looks like it's a dead end.
Oh, it's another dead end?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I guess we'll go back the way we came.
Okay.
It looks like we don't notice anything on the never mind. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Alright, and so you guys go back through the hallway, and you are back by the altar.
Let's check the other door on the right.
There's two. There's one up top and one below.
I say
Say
up
what?
top. What do you guys want to do?
Same.
Sounds good to me. I'll lead us up top through the secret passage.
Oops. Alright. You open the door, and it looks like it just curves around the corner. Get there. Looks like more rubble right now.
Mhm.
You gonna keep going down?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check, please.
Oh, jeez. That's an 8.
And you see rubble, like it looks like a kind of a squeezed through crawl space down here. Not necessarily a crawl space, but it looks like this would be, like you could get through it probably somewhat easy, but your larger friends could do it, but it might be more difficult for them.
And can I check the walls as I'm going also?
Sure, we can both make perception checks, or investigation checks, I guess.
10.
If it's perception, it's an 18. If it's investigation, it's a 17.
Okay, you notice that there is a secret door kind of right there.
Cool. Well, there's a secret door right there. Just spatial awareness. I have a feeling it's going to take us back to the... Yeah. I'll open it just for fun.
And you see the hallway you just came through.
Cool.
Oh, wow, there was a door there.
All right. Well, I don't want to squeeze through there. I think we should just go back around, but
I'm gonna squeeze through there.
Okay.
I'll let them go up.
Okay, so you squeeze through. We'll put you here.
And then we'll meet back in the front room.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. No.
Maybe
All
not.
right. Hang on 1 second. Closed. Oops. Okay. You're gonna take a step forward here. And roll initiative, please.
Dun, 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 dun,
They rolled a
dun,
natural
dun,
20
dun.
on its
Yikes.
stealth.
Yikes.
I'm about to die. And I got a 7.
I got a 9.
11.
Okay. Daisy 7. Landor 11. Marcus 9. Is that right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops. No, I forgot what I wrote. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So this thing is in like crazy squeeze mode.
Ugh. Just the sounds is just like, ugh.
Yeah. It kind of pushes you back as it just drops right on top of you, Daisy. And it's gonna make an attack roll. This die is doing a little better. We're gonna see if we can have some fun. Yep, that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Obviously.
All right, that's gonna be 6 plus 2 is 8 bludgeoning damage and 3 acid damage.
Wow, those things hit.
Yeah, when they actually do. And you're just now right in the thick of it with this thing.
All right. They're not privy to what's happening, right?
I would imagine you'd probably go, "What the?" Some kind of response. So.
Guys, it's gross. It's back.
And Landor, you get to go. You would get to react first.
Would we know that was the other door?
I mean, spatially, it would make sense. If you make an intelligence check and don't get a natural 1.
Cool.
That's just a little weird.
Can I move to the beginning of the rubble? Just straight
Like down here?
Yes.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
would I be able to fire a crossbow bolt at it?
1, 2, 3, 4. You could go check if you want. I'm not going to guarantee you could see it or not, because I think you wouldn't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to move there.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and move
2,
me
3,
there.
4, 5. You would get a chance to do it, but I would say you'd have disadvantage because it's tight and it's a little wonky.
Am I able to squeeze at all?
You think you could, but it would be considered difficult terrain, and you've
Okay.
used 5 of your 6 movements, so you couldn't do it on this turn unless you took your action to dash.
I will
wish I could
take a... I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Nice.
Okay, how does that work again?
You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction. If available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
Sure.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move. A deafened creature automatically succeeds on the save.
Okay.
And it's a save DC's of 15.
Natural 17 minus 2 is a 15, so it does save, but it still takes half damage. I like this die.
That would be 13, so 6 damage.
6 psychic damage, yeah. It's like the notes just kind of come out of you and engulf it, and it seems to kind of just like shiver a bit, but it's not quite reacting maybe the way you would hope. All right. Do you have your bonus action still?
I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Daisy, because I think the other one would have worn off by now.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Actually,
10
used
minutes.
it.
Oh, okay.
All right, Marcus.
All right. So, I want to move down 2 spaces. Well,
Why are you guys staying in the hallway?
because it's going to take too many turns.
They
to
just heard
go
you
all the way
scream.
around.
I don't know. That would be
Yeah.
a pretty natural reaction.
Yeah. And I know I'm not going to try to fit through there, but
Yeah, I would
yikes.
say unless you're really gonna like trample Landor, getting through there would be a difficult situation for you.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me just read this. Defensive stance. Okay. Dang. That door is still open, right?
The one up top or to your right?
To my right.
Yeah, it's open.
Okay. I'm just gonna call for her to come back to us if she can, and I don't even think I should ready an action. Should I? Well, probably can't do that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna call and tell her come just run back to us if you can, and I'm gonna enter a defensive stance.
Okay. Daisy, you go.
Daisy's gonna rage. She's gonna stomp her feet down.
Why disengage when you can rage?
That's gonna be her slogan.
That's
Why
what I was gonna say. That's
disengage
legit. I mean, that's.
When you can rage. She's gonna rage, and she's gonna smash him with her warhammer. Die! Oop, 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 it fell. Hold on. Okay. Is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that succeeds.
Alright, and she is gonna hit him for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah. Smacky smack.
And I don't have anywhere that I can go. Like, I don't want Landor to be right in front of the thing. So
Go
I
for
guess
it.
I'm just gonna.
We also know that they're very slow too. That's
Oh,
not
that's-
meta. That's just we know that.
Because we saw it. All right,
Yep.
so I'll move 2 spaces like diagonal, but I'm gonna put myself in between the monster and Landor.
So like here, or what do you mean 2 spaces? I'm a little confused.
Oh, I guess there's not a second space
Is
there.
that where you were trying to go?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know if that actually counts as space.
I would say if you could kind of separate yourself, but he would get an attack of opportunity if that is something that you care about. I don't know.
No, I'm not worried
You
about
could go
attack of opportunities.
Okay.
Could
So-
they share the same space since she's small?
I know. I think halflings can. You could get past him for sure.
Never mind.
No, I don't want to
would-
be passed. I want to stay there.
Yeah.
I would get all the way back personally.
Okay. This is gonna hit. That's a 19 to hit on the attack of
Alright.
opportunity. Alright, so we've got... That's 7 plus 2 bludgeoning, so you're reduced. So 9 bludgeoning reduced to 4, and 3 more acid, which is not reduced.
All right.
And you're gonna stay there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's going to just kind of slide through and attack again. Natural 4, so that's gonna miss. And Landor, you go.
Get away! Get away! Get out of the hallway! We need to be not in the.
Oh, it's totally fine to be in the hallway. Just don't punch up right in front of it where it can still hit you.
Landor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a crossbow shot at it.
Okay, shoot right over the 3-foot frame of Daisy.
And 9.
9 hits.
Right.
As established.
9 piercing damage.
Nice.
Crossbow does work, man.
8 plus 3.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the D8.
Yeah.
Can I?
And then I want to run backwards. Well, hold on. Before I run backwards, I'm going to take my bonus action and cast Healing Word on Daisy.
Okay.
Can I yell to Landor? Or it's not my turn, so I can't do that.
I think just wait till your turn.
Alright.
She gets 8 health back.
Nice.
And then what do you have your move still?
And then I am going to run 2 squares behind Marcus.
So to here?
Yes.
Okay.
He was gonna say get behind me.
Alright, Landor, you're done. Marcus.
Alright, I'll move up 2 spaces, or down 2 spaces,
Mm-hmm.
and take a shot at it with my crossbow.
You could attack it with your halberd if you wanted.
I could attack with my halberd from there? I
Yeah.
didn't know because the space was tight or whatever. Yeah, sure, I'll attack it with my halberd.
I would say this. You'd have disadvantage with your halberd, but you'd
Okay.
have a regular attack with your crossbow.
I'll do disadvantage with my halberd.
Okay.
Why not?
I just want to confirm. I was inspired again by Landor, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I forgot to mark it.
Mock it.
So
Marcus.
that is going to be an 11 with my halberd.
11 will hit.
And, oops, sorry, that was a gross sound. That is 8 piercing.
Okay.
And I'm going to back up to where I was before.
Okay. Oh, you said where you were before, not one space.
Yes, one more up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Enter a defensive stance
Okay.
and yell to Daisy. Run back. Either get behind me, or well, I'll just tell her come back to me. Just.
Baby,
And I
come
don't know
back.
why I said that without a voice. but-
Baby, come back.
Come back to me. We could take it in the tunnel. This is where I shine.
Alright, Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy's gonna hit it again.
I mean, there's no reason not to use your action
Yeah.
first. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
I mean, unless she was going to disengage and pull back, but yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
she
Nah.
has to. Or,
It's not very barbarian-like.
No.
15 to hit with
Yes,
my
ma'am.
war hammer.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, not so good. So that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Looking rough.
Now I'm gonna hit it with my hand.
No.
that's actually great.
That's 9 to hit,
9 hits.
and then that's a d6. Oh, come on! 3 points of slashing damage.
It had 3 hit points left. You slash
Oh,
it
nice.
with your...
Yeah.
I was like, I know this is going to be an automatic kill because it's 3 is the minimum. So yeah, you smash it with the warhammer. You with one motion, you kind of slice through with your hand axe, and you kind of turn. You take a couple steps back, as I imagine you were going to.
Mm-hmm.
And you look back, and there's just blobbed things, just like the rest has been. It's done.
I'll say,
You
Daisy,
have
you're
succeeded.
right.
Of course I'm alright. I'm always alright.
There you go.
Although she'd probably say it more like, yeah, fine.
I'm fine.
Although I would like to take a long rest because I am not going to be able to rage again.
And I'll also say to her, you need to learn to listen to us and work as a team. You can't just run straight ahead and continue fighting. If you would have backed up, we could have taken it without sustaining any damage. This is where our group does well. In the tunnel, it can't flank us, it can't do anything. You need to listen to me. I'm trained in these ways. Landor knows too.
I'm actually just going to
We've done
switch
this
to this.
before. Huh?
Just switching scenes, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Daisy's going to continue back down that tunnel to come out to that main room.
Okay. You're back in the throne room? Or the altar, or whatever that was?
And
Alright,
I'll
so-
go back the other way to join her in the altar room.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything left.
Yeah, you
There's
just kind of
the
see
one-
the squishy remains of the two jellies you fought in there. That's about it.
Oop.
So then do we go back to the dwarves and let them know that we've cleared the ruins?
Sure. That sounds like the best course of action
Okay.
to me.
So you emerge, and then you emerge back into that room with the stone steps and the rubble all around. And as you kind of walk through, you see one dwarf head pop up over one pile of rubble, and another dwarf head pop over on the other. And they're just like, "Did you succeed?"
It's not clear.
And the other one says, "Of course they succeeded. They're here."
Yes, we took care of the.
Oh, that's such a relief.
They were very gooey.
Yes,
We also found-
vicious, foul creatures.
Yes, disgusting too. We also found some of these, and I'll show them the gems and the
Ooh.
knife and the amulet.
Sure.
Wait, you're showing them all that stuff?
They were here to do some sort of dig. I don't want to mess with that. That's what Daisy said in the beginning. We don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a noble. I'm not trying to steal all their treasure.
Yeah, well, I just am more concerned with, like, the history of their people. Like, I don't know if they're here just to be treasure hunters, but they made it sound like they're not adventurers, they're just archaeologists who are trying to excavate.
Yeah, you definitely have that impression more than they
Although,
were trying to
could
be
we-
adventurers.
Could we persuade them to maybe, if they aren't historically relevant, share some of the loot with us?
Okay, so this is just table talk because it would be really awkward to have that conversation right in front of them. So Marcus presents the loot and shows them, and the two kind of scurry out from behind their rubble patches and kind of look, and they go, "Oh yes." And the gruff one says, "This one looks like a holy symbol of Abathor. It's a very nice dagger there, huh?" And then the Dazzlin says, "Ooh, those are very pretty gems," and just starts picking them up and like looking at them and picking through them.
And have you guys heard any lore of a green glowing gem about these ruins? We
Green.
did see one in there, but we kind of had a bad feeling about it, so we didn't remove it or take it or anything.
Yeah, we would have to advise not to touch it while
Yeah,
you guys are excavating.
Norbis kind of says, "That's probably a very wise thing. This place. Hey, look at that. There's."
We can see the wall behind you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I feel like I'm disappearing.
Mr. Stark.
Yeah. Norbis just kind of says, "It's very wise of you. I feel like that would not have been a good thing. There's probably tests from this Abathor cult. You know, greed is good. You know, they're trying to lead. You know, is like they're saying, and they're constantly testing people that might try and loot their temple. And I'm kind of thinking maybe we should just go back to Phandalin. I don't think this is the best place for people like us here."
Well,
You're welcome to travel with us if you would like.
We could deliver you safely to the town.
yes, we could definitely give you safe passage. I
For
would
a
say,
fee.
He goes, "Oh, wait a second," and he reaches in his pocket and takes out the 2 sending stones, and he hands them to Marcus.
thank you. And I'll give one of them to Daisy, and then
I just put it in the group chat there. What the settings?
okay. And I'll also say to them, since it seems you're abandoning this site, and unless it's very relevant to your research, might we keep the items that we found?
Oh gosh, yes. We were just happy that you were able to make it safe again.
Thank you. And I think, is this your campsite?
Yeah, we didn't know what to do, so we kind of were discussing it when you arrived, and we were just very fortunate that you were here.
Would it be all right if we shared your camp? I think it's a bit too late to start traveling. It's in the middle of the night, and it's about a 6-hour journey.
He says, of course. So,
Thank you.
do you have any other things you want to ask these guys, or
Do they know anything about the dagger with the ruby in it?
they haven't mentioned it? Do you want to ask?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Dazzlin, the guy who was like looking at the gems and is kind of checking them out and all that stuff, and once he realizes that Norbis said to keep him, he kind of put them back in his hand and just picks up the dagger, starts looking at it. Seems of pretty good quality to me. I think probably fetch a pretty penny for this.
It wouldn't happen to be enchanted, do you know?
Oh. I'm not really an expert on that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, just asking.
Sure.
Guess we'll take it with us.
Okay. So
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
With what time it is, should we make camp here? Because I don't think we want to head back to town in the middle of the night after clearing a dungeon or ruin.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I wanted to ask them if they knew anything about the cult or the history of it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so you're able to learn a few things. Are you guys able to see me, actually?
I can't.
No.
Oh, okay. I was just realizing that I didn't have this.
It was really throwing me off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where to put my face.
Gotcha. Just give me 1 second and we'll...
Actually, I do have one other question for them. Also, but I know she asked first. I'll wait for the answer from hers.
That's fine. You guys can...
Well, they wouldn't happen to have any plans for a windmill, would they? I mean, they're dwarves. They're builders. Why would... I mean, I don't know. And granted, I know they're more of archaeologists, but you never know.
I'll love that. I really hope that throughout the rest of this thing, anytime we meet people, it's just like, hey, you wouldn't happen to know how to make a windmill.
I'm not gonna lie. If we saw any books or parchment, I was gonna be like, Do we notice if there's windmill plans in any of these?
They don't seem to have any knowledge of how to make a windmill. But I do like that you tried. Very much that you tried. I love that.
I'm gonna save this D8. This D8 was rolling some really nice damage.
Yeah, he definitely had some good stuff going on.
Pretty nasty.
But Daisy asked about the lore.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. Yeah, they just go.
Yeah.
I personally don't know much about it, but they do go over some of the history. It seems like it was a evil dwarf cult, kind of, that didn't follow traditional dwarf values. Like normally dwarves have pretty honorable moral compass to the way they handle things, and generally try to be productive members of society, whether they're simple workers or nobles. Like it's usually a pretty honorable way of life, and they very much was turned to like greed and avarice, really, as to how they wanted to improve the way they go about their livelihood. They were just going to be they were interested in learning about it, but they feel like it might be best if they head home at this point. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are there anything else that you would like to do? Otherwise, you could go through the rest if you want.
I'm good with doing the rest.
Okay. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. You guys can apply a long rest to your sheets and all those things.
Oh, I'll say, Landor, did you lose a lot of bolts in there?
I did. I'm down to 5 bolts now. I was hoping I'd have enough to get back to town and buy some more. But
here, I carry some, but I don't use them very often. You could take 10 of mine.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the gems that the dwarves are letting us keep, is that going into the party fund? Yes? Cool.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah.
Somebody respond to her.
I was nodding my head. Sorry.
So I mean, I don't know anything about gems, but from looking at them, can I tell like what type they are? Like, is it like rubies, opals, sapphires, emeralds?
They
Or
look
do you
more
just
like
wanna give
precious
us a golden
stones.
amount?
Yeah, they look like precious stones. It doesn't look like you're talking about like a major find here, but you imagine between all of them. Let's make an intelligence check. See what I'll tell you. You think they're worth.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Got this.
Why can't I find the squiggly? There it is.
There's the squiggly.
Yeah. 16.
Yeah, you feel like you could be looking at the more or less about 10 gold apiece.
And how many stones are there?
15.
Oh wow.
Not bad.
The party fund can fund a party.
Definitely can.
Can I appraise the dagger?
Yes, you can.
Would this dagger be better than the dagger that any of us are carrying? I don't know if I'm the
No,
only
this is
person that has
very
a
much
dagger.
more ceremonial. It's more like an
Okay.
ornate knife is probably a better way to go about it. But let's see. Let me see what I make up on the spot.
Does Daisy want to do it instead? It's an intelligence check.
Yeah, I could take a look at it if you want to assist. That might be.
Sure.
Sure.
You can kind of like hold the torch for
Yeah.
me.
I got you.
Oh yes, but look at this right here on the handle.
Okay, that is 22.
Yeah, you think you could probably get like 30 gold for it.
Nice.
Can we talk to the dwarves a little bit more and find out like why they were here excavating, like what they were looking for, if they're a part of like a guild who preserves dwarven history, whether it be good or bad, stuff like that?
Sure, they just were interested in learning about Abathor and what may have been here in the past. You kind of get the sense that it was probably something that they undertook on their own. If you're asking directly, like, are you part of an organization? Which actually, that sounds like something they do.
Yeah.
They may share their findings with, some other organizations, but they were just kind of interested in learning about some of their heritage and their history.
Okay, so they like come from this village, like their ancestors were here.
Okay, by heritage, I kind of just mean dwarves in general.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They seem like they're into history and stuff, like, pretty academic in there.
Nerd.
Yeah. Nerd. So that's kind of.
Are we marching back to town now with them?
It's up to you guys.
Are you guys good to, since we
Yeah.
did the rest and now it's morning?
I'm good to go.
All right. As you leave, you are walking out. Oops. Excuse me. Walking out the door, and you see 4 armed orcs approaching. And they all have they all have axes in their hands.
Do they see us?
Yeah, it's just you kind of walking out the door, and they're like walking up kind of at the same moment.
Do I see any ranged weapons on them?
You see some javelins.
Okay.
And I call out to them, "Good orcs, how are you doing today?"
I thought I smelt something. I'm gonna.
And the 2 dwarves, as soon as they see what's going on, they're like the Homer Simpson in the Bush's gif, like doo doo doo.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna say to the group, together this time.
We've always done it together.
as soon as you start talking and stuff like that, they're just kind of snarling and just.
Daisy's gonna
I
snarl
don't think
back.
they want to talk.
I do speak Orc. by
Okay.
the way. Just-
Are you saying
My-
something to them?
I was speaking.
Oh, the only thing I said was I thought I smelled something.
But you say it in Orcish?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, I guess I should have specified that.
that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can communicate with them, we might not have to fight them.
This
Do you
this
not have a lot of experience with orcs, Landor?
this one just kind of steps forward a little bit, and he just says, "This is ours now. Just drop your weapons, or be
The
punished."
ruins?
Oop,
If
hold
you'd
on.
like the ruins, you could have them, but we will not drop our weapons.
All right. We lost somebody.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Back
Are
in
they
action.
speaking in Orcish or Common?
They're speaking in Orcish.
Okay.
If I have time, I'll be like, they said this is ours now. Like, I'm assuming I don't, but if I do, I would translate
They
it.
can have it. We don't want it. We're leaving.
That's what I told them.
Oh, okay. Good call.
They all 4 of them kind of turn and look at each other, and they kind of oops, excuse me. They kind of collectively just take another step forward, and they say, "Drop your weapons now."
Maybe offer them half the gems or like 5 of the gems.
No, let's not mention anything about that.
All right.
I With, I mean,
And flesh.
Roll-
Just as you're,
let's
as you're
roll
talking
for-
a little bit, I'm just gonna. They're repositioning slightly as they.
Let's fire away.
I'm gonna. I mean, before I don't know if you're gonna do like initiative or whatever, but I would be in a defensive stance just
I
be like I'm
understand.
not gonna.
I understand.
Yeah.
You see each other. It's straight on. It's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
think when they took that first step forward, Daisy would have went insane with rage.
I'm just gonna tell them, you have a chance to avoid bloodshed right now, but if you try to inflict any sort of violence on me or my companions, it will be a brutal and terrible end for you.
Everybody roll initiative.
I will show no mercy.
I was like, there's no way this is walking away without this.
mercy!
Natural
That is a
20,
19.
So 24.
Oh wow, everyone did so well.
Oh man, I love this.
Landor 24.
Yes.
Marcus 21. Is that right? No. What did Marcus say?
19. I love this. I love that we all rolled high this time. Like,
What did you get, Daisy?
Daisy's not that high. Daisy's is only 14.
Okay.
that's not bad. That's better than anything me and
No.
you have had.
Yeah.
So Landor, you see them kind of turn to rush, and you get to act first.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at him with my crossbow.
Which one? We got
that-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do all of them have javelins?
Yeah, they look like all of them have some on their back. They just kind of look a little haphazardly put together, but they have
I'll
equipment.
fire at the one at the bottom, but the closest one, yeah, him.
Okay.
17
17
to
hits.
hit. Alright. 6 damage piercing.
Okay.
And
Jams
I
him right in
will
the shoulder.
cast Bardic Inspiration on Marcus.
Okay. Who now goes?
I'm gonna move diagonal down to the left one and then to the left one.
Like here?
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit him with my.
I'm thinking like, no, you're not, and then I'm like, oh right, he is.
Gonna try to hit him with my halberd,
Okay. Number 3.
which is a 14 to hit. Probably a miss, right?
No, 14 hits.
Sick. Alright, that's gonna be 8 slashing.
Okay. Slashes
And
right
I-
across his chest.
Sick. And I will go up 1 space.
Like here?
Yeah, and enter a defensive stance.
Okay. The orcs go. This one is just going to charge headlong at Daisy. And attacks you with his great axe. Okay. Actually, did you rage?
I would have raged when they took that step forward because they were engaging us. But if you want to wait,
I'm just thinking that
it-
I'm thinking that you might not have raged because if you did, it would have worn off with like 6 seconds of non-activity.
Oh right,
So
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna say not because that's a 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Yeah. That would be 7 plus 3, so it's 10 slashing damage.
10 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm. This nerd's gonna charge back at you. Silly human! You want to make your attack?
I will. That's going to be an 18 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and that'll be 11 slashing.
All right, so it's very nice. Like you walk back, and as he charges, you just kind of do a quick little flourish and chop his head off as he attacks. Comes in just one very.
That's right.
It's a very clean motion. This guy charges headlong at you too.
Right. That is a 24.
Yep, that'll hit.
And that's 14 slashing. Max damage.
Yeah, so he looks real slashed up good.
Yeah.
He kind of charges in still, but he's looking real hurt. But he is going to attack. That's probably gonna hit. Let's double check. Oh yeah, that's a 19.
That'll hit.
Let's see. 4 plus 3 is 7 slashing damage.
Nice.
This guy does not necessarily like what he sees at all, so he's just gonna step back over here and then throw a javelin at Marcus. I really didn't really like that he got 2 attacks on you, but the javelin and roll a natural 2 just kind of swings wide to hit to the right of you and kind of lands over here somewhere. Daisy, you go.
All right. Obviously, she's gonna rage. Get down her little.
The sumo rage stance.
And she is going to hit that orc that's right in front of her with her warhammer. Or at least she's gonna try to.
Sounds like a plan.
19 to hit.
Yep, that'll do.
And that's this.
Orcs can be dangerous. They hit hard.
Yeah.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so he slices you with his. After he slices you with the great axe, you just kind of do a quick spin move and warhammer right to the side of the head, and just smacks him. Down he goes.
Nice.
Oh, he's dead. All right.
Yeah, you had 9. You hit for 11.
Nice.
So now you can move, or what are you doing?
Can I get on the other side of that orc? So Marcus has.
This one?
Yeah, or is that too far away?
1,
So we
2,
have
3,
5
4,
squares.
5.
Nice.
You got it. And you did make your attack action, so you. Oh no, you raged.
Oh, I have. Yeah,
you
I
did rage.
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Daisy is done. Landor.
All right, I'm gonna cast sleep, and I'm gonna cast it in between the two of them, so that way, because it's a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna cast it over to the right enough to where and down enough to where it'll only catch the 2 orcs.
20-foot radius.
Yes.
Okay, so that. Or is it 20-foot diameter?
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range.
Gotcha. So.
But it wouldn't affect us, though.
It certainly would. So that's why he's
would?
targeting
Oh.
it better.
Okay.
Just making sure.
So yeah, you
And
can.
I roll. What? Can I not target?
I'm just thinking about this for a second. Hold on.
Just because of where they're at, I feel like I should be able to target a spot that wouldn't hit them.
Hold on. See, this would hit Daisy.
That's fine.
This
I'm
would
actually okay.
this would not hit the top one.
I'm okay with it hitting Daisy.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. Or your damage dice, I should say. How much you affect?
It's gonna be Little Orc and then Daisy.
26. 28.
28 worth of hit points. How much hit points does Daisy have?
I got 15 left.
Okay, so this one goes to sleep instantly. And you have 28 points, so we're just gonna do a roll off. Let's do a Constitution check because he also has 15 hit points. So whoever has the highest Constitution, a Constitution check, not a save. It was like natural 28.
Wait, can I
got
cast
11.
a bonus action before that happens?
No, because you cast the spell.
Okay, true.
So it's a Constitution saving throw, you said?
No, just a check.
No, just a check. Okay. That's a good old 5.
All right, so this orc and Daisy both fall asleep.
Sick.
let's just do, hold on. Halo. A purple halo.
So the orc below us, he's awake still?
He's still awake, yeah.
Now, I
Mhm.
want to move next to Daisy. I should be able to get there, I
1,
think.
2, 3, 4.
And I want to smack her.
You've already used your action to cast the spell.
Okay. I didn't know if that would be a.
It does specifically say you have to use an action to
Oh.
wake them, yeah.
Okay.
So that would be Landor, Marcus.
All right.
This is fun.
I'm gonna. Well, I will go down to the guy on the bottom.
Okay, one like right up against him.
Oh no, I'll just go down one more so I
Okay.
can reach him. And I will attack him with my halberd,
Okay.
and that's gonna be a 28 or no 24 to hit.
Good lord, I was like, "What's your attack bonus?"
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
24 hits. I was like, "Dang, Marcus
No,
is a superstar."
And that will be 12 slashing.
Okay. Yeah, looking pretty
I-
nasty.
I will use.
Action, sir.
I'm planning on it. Yeah. Action surge doesn't take a bonus action. It's just action surge, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I'll use my bonus action to pull on Master Homeboy,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Oh yeah.
And oh shoot, I rolled a d10 on accident, and it was a 9. That was upsetting. All right. That'll be 8 bludgeoning.
8 bludgeoning. Yeah, you slice him and then just spin around, and the knob of it just smacks him in the head, and he falls right over.
All right. I want to use action surge, but it doesn't
We
make
don't
sense
need
to
it.
waste it at this moment.
Yeah.
So I will go back to where I stood before and wait patiently.
You were right here, right? Or no, right here.
I was right there. Yeah.
Okay. So Marcus is done. Landor, you go.
I'll use an action to wake Daisy up.
All right. Daisy's like, huh?
What? Do I lose my rage?
Yeah, you spent your turn sleeping, so you're just kind of waking up. You see Landor kind of standing over you, like, wake up, Daisy, wake up.
I thought I got a good rest last night, I guess.
And that's my turn. I'm not going to take a bonus action or anything.
All right, Marcus, you're up
All right. I will attack sleeping person
with advantage
with advantage. 6.
And it's an auto crit.
if you hit. Yes.
So yes.
Yes.
I can't imagine you missing. It's so dumb sometimes.
That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, he's got 1 hit point. What do you want to do to this thing?
Well, I want to roll damage just for fun. So,
All right, that's fun.
so 6, 3, 9. That's 13 slashing, and I'm just gonna take my polearm and just kind of crush down on his chest and just right in the heart.
It's better than a battle axe or a great axe because of the extra length to get extra speed. It's just a little bit, it's like it's the power of physics, man. Like down he goes.
Nothing better than a dead orc.
I figured with the sleep, the reason why I went with that was because that way I knew that they went before Daisy went, which means that they would have a good chance of having an attack because it was the two of them,
Mhm.
and I didn't want us to take any more damage.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Sometimes the best healing ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. All
Can we
right.
search their bodies and see if they have anything salvaging?
and I want my crossbow bolt.
Sure. You can get your crossbow bolt back. They each have great axes and hide armor that you could salvage, and they all have, we'll say, 3 javelins. So, yeah, you can get all those javelins too.
Do any of you
Talents?
use javelins?
I do not.
Both of you could.
Yeah. I'll take like 2 of them. If they're I don't know. Whatever.
They're
Is
usable.
the hide armor any better than leather armor, or is it medium armor?
I think hide is light.
How many of them were there?
4.
4,
just
and
looking it
each
up.
of them had 3?
They each had 3. Yeah, there's 12 of them. Oh no, hide is medium armor.
Okay, so I wouldn't really use it. So never mind.
So Marcus, you want 2?
Well, I guess I'll take like 4 if they all had 3, and we have 12 now.
Yeah.
They're bundled. Like they're easy enough to bundle if you were just to bring them back.
Okay.
Norbus
They
and
have, like-
Deslin, it's safe now.
Yeah, they come
Do they
out from
have
behind
any,
their hiding spots.
Do they have any wealth?
They do not. They
Okay.
And actually, upon looking at them, they seem a little bit under their armor and stuff. You didn't quite notice it, but they seem maybe slightly underfed. The only thing that's no say.
Do they have any
it's
markings?
sad. They were hungry.
You don't notice any particular distinctive markings. No.
Okay.
All right.
Marcus does not like orcs.
All right. I think that's a good spot to stop. I do have some stuff I got to get to today.
Yeah.
So until next time, and we'll end things there.
All right.